She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you. I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. It's never too late to fall in love with the world. Your past is not today, so say you're straight with a twirl. Yeah, we've all made mistakes before, that's the facts of life. But once you restate your heart, you'll be just fine. Now it's your life, you say it's all mine, all mine. Revel in your friends and hobbies, let your heart speak. Wanna drift to say some shit, just block that internet freak. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you. I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. I messaged some bounty over Tumblr last night. She said, raw X3, so it's true love at first sight.
The audio. Doop, doop, doop.
Okay.
There we go. Now we can all be heard.
Okay, that's good.
That's good. Yeah. So one of the interesting things we have. So hey guys, Code Assembly is here, so he's going to be my
Hey, everyone.
my conscience. I
Can
guess.
everyone hear me all right?
Let us know if you have any trouble hearing Assembly. We got the Unlife. So we got a few Dragon games lined up today. The first one we're going to play is the Unlife of Gortash. We've got Heritage of Dragon Tale, the Dragon Ruins 2, Dragon Eclipse, and then if we are down to nothing, I hear you in double. Hear him in double. Oh, okay, I got it. I put Discord audio, but I also am using my headphones because I didn't want to have to set it for each application. I'm sorry, that's my bad. He should be fixed now. Try it. It should be good now, I think.
One moment, we have a lot of yelling going on in this house.
Ah, I see.
Beyond, I am haunted by demons.
Hearing Assembly in 5 dimensions. I'm sorry, I had both the headphone audio and the Discord audio. That's my bad. So I muted that one. So let's go ahead and start with the first one and we can start talking. So this is the Unlife of Gortash. You were a dragon, you were killed, you're now a skeleton dragon. So let's... Oh god. Well, shoot. Options. Is there a full screen option? No, there is not. Oh well.
Why would there be a full screen option?
I don't know. I was hoping there would be. Oh wait,
Why would we?
maximize. Hey, there's at least it's maximizable. Can I do F11? No, I can't do F11. Damn. All right. So, oh my, this is really loud. Is there a master volume?
I think he did. He did check out some music recommendations.
Yeah, I did
He
check
said-
out. I did check out your stuff there. Do you see your Thomas Burgess Two Step from Hell recommendations? Yes, I did. I listened through basically all of it. Actually, the first one on the list was my favorite. It was that Star Sky one. I loved the lyrics. I liked Across the Bloodwater, Empire of Angels. That was good. Children of the Sun. Night Queen was nice. Dragonland. That was also nice.
I don't know what happened to your Discord.
You don't know what happened to my disc. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I flicked over to the Two Step from Hell thing. You're a little bubble, Fred.
I'm aware you're doing it in like probably
Yeah.
one of the worst ways possible, but I understand that this was just a quick.
It was a
thing.
quick fix. Yeah, I really need to figure out a better way to import Discord stuff.
Because I've seen other places that have like a thing that like imports the audio, and then they even have like another avatar to go with.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
kind of wanted this because you have like the little light up green ring that I didn't want to
But
implement
yeah,
yet.
but like the avatars I've seen have like they usually have an off state and an on state, kind of like yours.
Yeah,
But
I
they're
could,
just like
I could
extra
probably.
stuff.
To be fair, I probably could just do that in a PNG tuber with a green ring around your avatar. The moon is high in the evening sky as you draw near to the object of your ire. You spot him and make your approach. You are flying, skulking, charging, or announcing. I'm announcing my presence, like the grand dragon I am. You make a grand appearance before your foe, reveling in your glory. You thrust into the heat of battle, eager to draw blood. You make your strike. You unleash my magic, because I'm a mage, a filthy little caster. You display the might of your destructive magics. He unfortunately is not taken out by your opening volley in response to the strike of his own. You defend yourself by dodging away. It wasn't enough. You fall in battle. Blood stains your claws. You sink into the abyss as cold takes your body and your soul roils in anger. ... Time passes. Great works crumble as new ones rise. But what's left of your heart, you know your name is still whispered in fear. It has to be. Oblivion continues to eat away at your being until one day you feel yourself pulled back. As you bubble to the surface of existence, you feel the twinge of an old wound as somewhere a star falls from the heavens. From somewhere a voice reaches you. Rise. You hear your name. Yes, your name. Feared and revered. I'm gonna go with Gorlak because, you know, that just makes sense from the title of the game. I get that it's nice that you name yourself, but like when you have a title character name, I don't really get that. Really wish you have more games with Dragon. I'm assuming it's some sort of little ones only constant hungry dressed like us can fully enjoy on. I know, right? Major studios, get on that. Stop naming your games Dragon. Oh, that's interesting. He's like a Chinese style necromancer. Look at that. What was it? They're Chinese vampires that have like little tags over their faces, or the sorcerers that have.
That it just means death.
That just means death.
Yeah.
That's a Japanese character. Okay.
Well, it means kanji,
Oh,
which
kanji.
means Chinese character, but yes,
Okay.
basically.
Oh, basically, okay. So we're Gorlak. Rise,
I mean,
Gorlak.
you know what kanji it means, like literally translates to?
I actually don't.
Ji means character, and kan means comes from China. So
Chinese
kanji means
characters.
Chinese character.
Oh, okay.
You need to
I'm
learn at least enough Japanese to know what kanji means.
Sorry. I'm up. Quick shouting. I like that. That's how I'd respond if some necromancer kept yelling at me after they raised me from the dead. You find your body creaking as you move. It's as if eons have passed since your joint's last bent. Your body feels weak, dry. You raise your claw to find naught but bone. Like the bone mouse. You know, we did have more custom mice. I like custom mice like this. Where are the days where like every website had a custom mouse with like a particle effect? I get it vanished because inefficiencies, but nowadays we have such efficient computers that we could probably bring it back, you know?
I'm
I brought you back from the beyond.
I'm so pedantic. I must correct you. It is custom cursor, but okay.
Custom cursor, okay.
I know what you mean, but I can't.
No, I agree.
Stop
I
being
agree.
petty.
Be pedantic about it. It's fine. I'm that way too. And who asked you to do that? My lord. This stranger's insistence begins to strain what little patience is left from your time beyond life. You stand to your full step. You think yourself a subject of mine? Why have you wrenched my soul from the grave? The necromancer finally shuts up for a moment to consider their response. I was inspired by you. I wish to help you with your conquest. I'm imagining it with like a high-pitched voice now, like that grovelly Peter Pettigrew kind of shit, you know? You could have ruled this world. Were your life not cut short? That's right. Your heart was split in two. Their excitement grows. But your great nemesis has not lived into this age. He's returned as well. I felt it. The necromancer falls into a stunned silence. I can feel his presence even now, yes. He will be here in 30 days. His hatred for you must know no bounds for him to be called from the heavens at your arrival. You reflexively let out a growl. The bond you share with this damned hero goes far beyond mere hatred. Then we must act now. And how do you propose we do that? My body is greatly weakened after being raised after who knows how long by a second-rate necromancer. I'm starting any conquest without my generals. If you can manage to keep your whims in check, you could still be of use to me. I will consider your proposal only then. They let out a heavy sigh. Very well. Hopefully this keeps this wretch off your back for a while. Oh man, I love it. Classic villain posing too. This guy knows what he's doing. Would you like to see the tutorials? You can review the gameplay information in the library. Sure. Great, let's get started now. So we got the layer. So, what do you think of this so far? I think it's kind of cool. So you have your layer where you can train your skills, shop, upgrade facilities, review game information. Alright, let's use excursion. Talk menus for talking with companions who are currently present in your layer. Armory allows you to sort and change your equipment, use items, that makes sense. Finally, system manually save. So you do have to manually save though. Let's go ahead and do that. First thing you do once you can do it is save. You don't want to go through all the tutorial stuff first. That's it. I started creating big Project Dragon game.
I mean, I'd argue. How many games have you made before?
Yeah.
Maybe start small.
Yeah,
Start small.
we
Get
tried
your wins
doing.
under your belt, then go big.
Yeah, Dragon games are like a lot. We tried.
We tried.
We tried,
hard.
and it was way too much. We needed to build up.
Yeah.
Oh, I also have started working on a. I better first learned a program though. Yeah,
Yeah, you should really start a small game first.
Yeah, definitely. Something like minor 3D game or 2D game. Honestly, I really should be doing 2D stuff, but I want to learn 3D stuff first. Cause,
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because that's where I've mostly learned how to do stuff too. Like, I haven't worked on a lot of 2D things as well. So would you like an explanation of your layer? Sure. Trading grounds, you can study, you can choose how to spend a day, training a specific skill. Okay, so this is one of those games where you build yourself up for a threat over like 30 days. Training yourself, hiring allies, that kind of thing. What are these skills?
It reminds me of like that Stickman RPG game back in like 2007 or whatever.
Yeah, Dawnseeker is completely correct. Never make your dream games your first game. Absolutely.
You don't have the skills to make your dream game, and you're just gonna get dejected that it's not coming out the way you want.
Yeah. So, look at these. Alright, I want to see the skills. We have strength, flight, stamina and focus, toughness and arcane. All those make sense. Then we have skulking, drama, spooky, and lore. My lore.
Skulk. I'm sorry. I completely misread that the first time I read it, and the second time, and the third time.
What do you think
I
that
thought
was?
it said skull. I thought it was skull.
No, see, like K and K.
Yes. Now that you're pulling it out, I can. But previously, I just thought it was, how many skull points do you have?
I like it when other people have reading comprehension issues.
This is good, but at the same time, it felt because like with bones and it kind of being weird.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, yeah, skull points. That makes sense.
My study level is 1. Is it weird that I want to start increasing drama and be a drag little bitch? Oh no, I'm gonna start arcade. I'm gonna do arcade. I've learned how to use wizard shot. I've also learned how to use one-liner. Wait, what? So you can use them without finishing your turn. However, you can only use one slight and one taunt per turn to keep
I do
an
like
edge
the
over your
aesthetics
opponents.
of the game.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. It has a it has a cool vibe. I'm a big fan of like old style menu-based games. I really am. You have made skills greater.
It,
It,
just,
few things
it
for you.
feels like mid 90s. It feels very
Very,
mid-90s.
yeah. This is definitely a kind of game. Don't get me wrong. These are high. These are actually a higher resolution than you would probably have seen in a mid 90s game. Like if you look
But
at
it has mid 90s style.
It does. It very does. These are crisper lines, but they're still beautiful. That was a great pick. And finally get your skills high enough you gain new combat abilities. So I've gained 1 arcane and 1 stamina. And I've gained some drama skill. Sun sets on another day. Hey, I know you're trying to sleep, but this would be a good time to explore your mood and stress. Sure. It's not just determined by your stamina, but also your mood. Simply put, a better mood will give you more energy, and a lower mood will give you less energy. I can confirm that is 100% true. When I just feel shit and I wake up, I don't want to do anything that day. You can do better your mood by going outside and succeed. Oh my god!
Touch grass.
Touch grass, you lonely wizard. Your stress will lower your mood each night, and you need to make sure not to let it build too much. Stress is raised by exploring and failing skill checks. You can recover stress by winning fights or simply ignoring an event. You will also gain exploration progress. Your stress grows a lot. You can also spend a day training at home to cut your stress in half. I actually like that. I like that you can do like physical workout to like cut out some stress, because that is something some people actually do, you know?
It's good. It's good.
It lets it balance it more as like not just physical building your body, but it's also a good way to release stress if you have high stress. Doesn't get rid of low stress, but it gets rid of if you have a lot of stress. You want to just let out the rage, you know? I won't keep you up anymore. Good luck and good night. You relax a bit. Spirits of self-improvement have blessed your home. You're guaranteed.
That was
that
something
good
I
luck
was
will
told.
take
Like,
today.
hey, if you have a hard time sleeping, just fucking wear yourself out.
Yeah.
Drop like a rock.
Who do I wish to speak to? I don't really wish to speak to the whiny necromancer right now. I gave him a whiny voice, and now I don't want to speak to him. Let's go on an excursion. Yes. So,
You say you gave him a whiny voice, but he just sounds like your normal speaking voice.
I have a whiny voice. Seeking out these events will cost the energy, but you can see on the left side of the screen. Okay. As you explore and succeed in your trials, you will gain progress towards various goals. These goals are important to your quest, but may contain great dangers. When you choose to explore for a day, you will gain stamina. Completing goals will also give you a large boost of stamina, so be sure to do them. Waste Ruins, I guess, first one. You will not be able to return without ending the day. Sure. I'm going to visit the ruins of my old lair. I suspect one of my generals, Black, may lie there. He was my most loyal scout and invaluable to my work. He'll be long dead by now. Do you think I'm keeping you around because I think you're cute? Oh god, is this a dating sim energy? Oh shit, what have I got myself into?
No, I think it's just
What?
weirdly worded.
You head off into the wasteland before continuing this pointless prattle. You may find your old friend here. You have 26 energy. Explore. You find an event. This is where your skill's going to play. You're faced up with a skill check. Oh wow, this is a lot like just like a D&D kind of thing. Huh. It's literally doing rolls. Huh. Interesting. So we get a +5 based on what we roll. So these are bonuses to our rolls, I guess. Roll a 44, added 5 strength, get a total of 49. This will make a higher than a DC 30. You succeed. God, imagine if in D&D you got just like a flat plus based on your skills number rather than 10 is 0, 12 is 1, that kind of thing. That'd be crazy.
I mean, yeah, it would be crazy.
Harder
Did
check.
you know back in the day they didn't even have modifiers?
Really?
Yeah.
Hypothetically, how dragon game should it look like? What genre would fit it best? It depends on what kind of dragon game you want to do. Do you want a dragon game where you're doing like more a Spyro platformer thing with some like light gliding elements? Do you want a flight combat game like you know, Panzer Dragoon or something, or you know, Reign of Fire.
I mean, yeah, if you're asked like what genre will fit it best, I don't know, the genre that you think would be the most fun to make.
Honestly,
Because
basically,
otherwise
yeah.
it will turn out terribly.
Basically, any genre you can put a fantasy world, and you can probably put a dragon in and be fine.
And I'd argue that's all genres.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could technically even have like a dragon racing game. Actually, I'm surprised How to Train Your Dragon didn't have one. I think they did, it just wasn't that
I
good.
mean, flight racing, great. Kart racing, a little bit harder, but you could probably still pull it off.
I mean, you just put Spyro in a cart. I think they've done that before, actually.
But you don't really get benefit from being the dragon, though.
Yeah, the whole you do what if you're asking like what kind of genres will like benefit you. Ooh,
Like,
okay, so we
any
have
game that like flying is cool, so even flight racing games,
yeah, flight
flight
racing.
combat games.
Yeah, flight combat game. I rolled an 11 and got plus 18. Failure. Yikes! Something shot off the gross spores. Your mood sours. Damn, I got
Although
a
I'm
bad
gonna
roll.
Although I'm gonna argue RPGs are probably the thing you want to develop last because there's so much content for so little gameplay.
Oh, and that's the thing. That yeah, especially even turn-based ones, which require you to build less assets. Well, interesting thing I learned is like old pixel games seem like they have more realistic compared to current day because CRTV screens warp pixels. Yeah, actually, there's an entire thing called a what is it, a retro tank that essentially replicates the CRTV effect to make older game consoles look better. However, you should fail to pass the initiative check. You'll be likely to be at a disadvantage, and will have to make a choice that allows you to mitigate your disadvantage. Seems tough. You can back out. Main actions on the menu and attempt to escape can save you for needing a day early. So you pass by some mean-looking guys, and they give you a look. I failed my intimidation roll with my toughness. I don't look that tough. I'm a bag of bones. Dragon protagonist or anti-hero, where you make dragon protagonist or anti-hero, kind of like Spyro, but more creative than a platformer or beat 'em up. I mean, what do you mean by more creative than a platform beat 'em up? Platform beat 'em ups are perfectly valid genres, dude.
Are you saying there's gonna be like a morality system, like a Paragon or Renegade, like Mass Effect?
Yeah.
Like
Dan's
that?
approach, you look pretty confident. Hey there, Boney. How's about you cough up? Are a bunch of bandits after a Lich Dragon to give them 60 gold? Do I really look that pathetic? There's a drama roll. Ugh. You know what? Drama roll. Holy shit! I succeeded. They seem to believe you enough to hesitate. I gave them a sob story. I'm
See-
going to attack them.
The thing is, right, when you say you like creative pick, like there are things that are, as a developer, you would have to make the content for the player to experience,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which means the more options you give the player, like exponentially increases your workload to a point where it's not feasible.
Yeah.
Or you're playing like an immersive sim where you just give them several tools and a really well-constructed world, and then they find the options for themselves, which doesn't require as much effort to make make the features, but might take a bit more effort to make the content, like make sure you can use all the features in said content,
I'm
right, in
my
a
spookiness.
multitude of ways.
Yeah. And like,
At least that's my take.
I feel like every genre can be good. It just depends on how you do it. I do understand kind of what you mean, that beat 'em ups and platformers can oftentimes be like shorthand for insert game here kind of games, you know what I mean? Like they have historically alongside third-person shooters and first-person shooters been like the default games that IPs get slapped onto. So they can seem lazy if you've seen enough of those, but every genre has good games in it, I'd say. Except maybe, well, even walking simulators have games that justify to do it in.
I mean, people liked the Stanley Parable.
Yeah, and honestly, Until Dawn is pretty good. It's probably one of the best, like, narrative walking games I ever liked. And that's, granted, that's partially because they used horror as, like, a scoreboard for how many teens can you keep alive, you know? So it had a bit more of a game element, but that's the thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, I also liked the Beginner's Guide made by the same team as the Stanley Parable. The
Yeah.
Beginner's Guide was, I personally really liked.
I haven't played the Beginner's Guide, but I have played Stanley Parable, so... Actually, I think I've
As
been
a
away... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, as a creative, you might end up, now that you are a creative, you might enjoy the Beginner's Guide a bit more than originally.
Speaking of walking sims, they remade Slender the Arrival, ruined the art style on the road. Nerd No Dragon and his controversial art style claims. I don't
mean-
know if it's actually like they actually ruined it or not because again,
Yeah.
haven't seen.
I mean, I think if you want to make Slender Man have an even better art style than the original, is you make it like PS1 era graphics, like Silent
Yeah,
Hill, OG
like-
Silent Hill.
Well, Silent Hill 2 actually, PS2 era graphics, I think hit that right sweet spot of getting enough detail that you can see the blood splatters clearly, but also like enough like limitations that you still have to use like,
Yeah.
excessive bloom and stuff like that to give the Misty Town, Misty Forest.
I don't know if I exactly agree with your reasons, but the reason I'm gonna say I agree is that PS1 style graphics for horror games have kind of been overdone.
Yeah, true. That also is a thing. Hey, I'll be back. I'll be for a moment with I be for a moment with evidence.
Yeah, I be for a moment with evidence.
I be for a moment with evidences. Also, let me see if I can open a second Discord so I can actually like view my other page. Probably not, but we'll see. I'm gonna work on my. Let's do some strength training. Got one stamina, and +6 strength, and that reduced my stress, which is good.
Oh yeah, did you look at that Hysteria at all? 'Cause
Hysteria. Oh, that was one of the. Wait, actually, I think I saw that one.
that was
one
the
of
Dragon MMO.
Yeah, I need to check that out some actually. I also need to check out Nitrome platformers. That's the other one you recommended that I've been meaning to check out for a while. You posted those a while back, and I've been meaning to check them out. Oh, I found a potion in my dusty storeroom. That's cool.
Like to be fair, Nitrome or Nitrome, I don't know how to pronounce it personally.
Oh.
I've always pronounced it Nitrome growing up, but it might be Nitrome.
So what's your
Right.
problem? Yeah, like I don't know what language, I don't know what country it's from, so I don't know what accent to give. Huh? Well, I heard your story and believed it to be a shame you had lost your chance at true glory. Glory? It's true you weren't exactly that old when you died. Maybe the second chance of life will be worth it. And once we've dealt with that hero, we'll be free to pursue our ambitions. Yeah, you don't trust this guy. To be fair, he is a necromancer. They're generally not the most trustworthy people. You know?
Yeah. Honestly, Dawn Seeker, when it comes to like harder to make something unique, I kind of get that. Like, I kind of grew up thinking, oh man, all the games that I have ideas of when I grow up, they'll already be made. And then they just weren't.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff. Like, I've been wanting... Actually, when I was really excited when, what was it, Scalebound got previewed, because I'm like, oh my god, it's like a dragon game where you have like an action RPG attached to a really cool dragonflight combat. A lot like Draken. But it looked really polished and really fun and really heavily emphasized the dragon combat side. And I was excited for it because it had like big bombastic dragon boss fights against kaiju. And it got canceled. That's just not something that's been done yet. Draken had some fun fights, sure, but it was pretty primitive. So like we haven't had like a modern era game of that where you really go in on the giant kaiju fights with the dragon. You know?
Yeah, I feel like the thing
There
with
are
like
plenty of
making
things to
something
do.
unique is like number one, you probably shouldn't make a game with the idea that it is unique,
Yeah,
because you just might be ignorant of what else is out there.
exactly.
You should be focusing on making a game that actually is enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Make something
Of
that
course.
speaks to you.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people didn't think
But
Dark Souls...
if you're like really weird and like singular in your tastes, you're probably more likely to make something unique because nothing has quite hit your tastes yet.
Oh my god, I've been greeted by a door-to-door witch. I love that. This is beautiful. See, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This game is very reminiscent of games that have already been made, but it has so much fucking fun energy to it. Look at this witch. This is a witch right here. This is some Wizard of Oz looking feet. You got like the straw hat. She's in a fucking giant teacup with a pink crystal ball. This is beautiful. I love this. Oh, that's a big bad. Alright, so what do you got? What kind of weapons do you have? Oh, wow, you got some pricey shit on you. Damn! Could you not have come a few days later? Holy shit. Well, I can't afford any of that, unfortunately.
Do you have anything to sell?
I have a potion, but it doesn't look like she takes them. Well, she does. How much? Yeah, for 25? No.
No, not much.
Yeah, I don't have anything. She came on day 5, which I should have gone more adventuring, I guess, then. I can't find anything representative example, but the point is remake does often look better, but isn't consistent because original had this art style of the Witnesses. I think that's the game where you guard in the park and the fire's going on, but it wasn't Witnesses, but also example good. I don't know what you mean by that, I'm sorry. I don't speak,
You know, I used to say that English was a language where you could just string words together, and for the most part, people could get the gist of what you're saying. And I feel like I can. Because I know what the Witness is.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would look anything like Slender, because the Witness is in
Right.
full daylight.
Also, like, there are examples of games changing things. Like, specifically when it comes to, like, PS3 and PS2 era games being remade in the modern day.
So is he thinking of Firewatch?
Firewatch.
Yeah,
That-
fire's going on, has an art style.
What? I didn't think that was a
Witness.
horror game, though.
The game where you guard in a park, I feel like that is Firewatch.
Yeah, I feel like you're talking about Firewatch. I agree with you. I know of that. I just don't think it was a horror game.
I don't think it was a horror game either. It was like a game where you
Ambitious Lord.
learned why you were out in the wilderness, and it was because like your wife died, and you're very sad about it.
Okay, I guess that kind of fits in. I guess. But, like, Slenderman's more like teenagers summoning stuff in the woods, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I found the 3 plants again. Well, we have 25 Arcana, so I think I should be able to make them grow now. Cool, we got success. Blooming creates a calming aura. My mood has improved. I recover HP. Alright. You may find your old friend here. Continue to explore. Come across a jovial avian with a large pack. He opens up one of his reveals, revealing the wares he has hidden. Howdy, you look like someone who could use some special equipment. Talk. If you go pick up plants, you can find some good stuff to sell. Just be careful you don't grab anything that grabs back. Okay. I'm very sure you'll find something you like. I probably can't afford any of this either. I mean, I can afford the potions, I guess. Oh, wait. Nope. Weapons. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Can't afford any of this. I would have liked the oak staff, actually, for more magic damage. Can I sell anything?
I mean, I'm looking at the Slenderman remake, and it does not look like Firewatch or The Witness.
Yeah, nothing I can sell will get me up to those numbers.
I
Damn.
just don't see it.
Special selection, maybe? I get some comfy boots. They'd add some dexterity, but I'm not really sure that's important. I'm not sure how important that would be. I'm gonna leave him for now. I'll probably be coming back this way a few times. I'll be leaving now. Thank you for your help, though.
Yeah, I feel like the Slender has reached into meme horror status, where it's no longer scary because it's too meme horror.
Did you ever see the movie? Of course you guys didn't. No, don't go see the movie. Do not see the Slender movie, please. I beg of
I
you.
would have
It's
ever
bad.
watched something I think would be trash.
It was made by Sony, too.
Uh,
Yeah. It's bad. It's really bad. Alright, so we have more energy now. I'm gonna go on another excursion. I really want to get to, like, my first, like, guard before we get to the 10-day mark, because I feel like 30 days isn't a ton of time. You're exploring the wastelands. You may find your old friend out here. I have 45 energy now, so I can go 4 steps. I like the idea of just taking, like, 2 steps, and then be like, I'm gonna head back home. It's 4 enough to reach your goal. Would you like to reach your goal? Yes, try to do the goal event. You explore the ruins, you stumble upon something familiar. A mark left by your old minion. Though it looks quite old, he may not still be walking around like you. But you rejoice! Yet, for this site seems undisturbed for quite some time, you may find another clue to his resting place. And so you unearth your prize. You find an iron sword. Find 100 gold, some personal belongings, and a note. Ye who disturbs this site shall find themselves at the mercy of a deadly curse, a ruse, one of his favorites, although it didn't always work. Gorlak, if you're somehow not dead after you ran off, I'll be at Sullivan's Lake. A lead, although he may not have had the wherewithal to die there. But if he did, you have a necromancer on your side. This goal is giving you strength to carry on. You will gain more stamina after returning home. Okay, that's interesting. So you actually get more... So you actually gain stamina when you return home. Wait. Return home. Oh, does it end the day still? Ooh, I learned something. Paced breathing. Interesting. Okay, so I guess I gain more total stamina, that means. Interesting, interesting. Sun sets on another day. You're able to relax a bit. Day 7. Okay, so I probably should have, Knave, you will not be tolerated, whore. Why are there soldiers at your door? You can't have that much of a reputation in just a week, right? Search out the necromancer to get some... Can you explain why there's a small squad of do-gooders looking to kill me at our door? But you see...
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Dawnseeker on that one. I think the
What?
game graphics were just old. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's fine to like crispy graphics. I enjoy crispy graphics too.
And the
But
thing
I
is...
understand what it is.
And thing is, sometimes technical limitations existed, and maybe they gave it a feel, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were intrinsic to its style. Actually, a lot of people had complaints about the Demon Souls remake, how they just put so much fog everywhere, but like not enough in the right places. It didn't look quite right. And I'm like, guys, the fog only existed like it did and gave it that ethereal view because they had to hide the render distances.
That doesn't mean the fog etherealness wasn't a valued part of like the
Right,
setting.
but it also
and-
doesn't mean the way they did it now was inherently bad, because they still tried to do it that way. They just couldn't quite replicate that way of, we needed to hide all the stuff in the distance so badly. You know, like anything like a
didn't
few
care
feet
enough.
away. They didn't care
They
enough.
just didn't care enough.
I think it actually looks good. I like the new Demon Souls art style. It has a different vibe, but it's a good vibe. They put a lot of effort into that design.
That being said, I'm someone who enjoys Roller Coaster Tycoon more than Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 when it comes to art style.
Yeah, like, I enjoy some older shit. I love the oldest Bionicle game over most, like, the Mask of Light one over Bionicle Heroes. I think it looks better.
It does.
Years previously.
Yeah, I think a big reason why is because every coaster you build in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3's default colors are all just like black. And under like the yellow light
Mm-hmm.
of like your main, like a lot of the main starting parts you can do in the scenario play, like makes it kind of look like kind of pukish.
Ah.
And it's just like, where are the bright candy reds of my coasters from Roller Coaster Tycoon 2? I mean, they're there, you just have to try to find them more, and the cute color will always kind of stain whatever new
Oh, I
color
got
you're
one of
looking
them.
at.
Got one of them. Oof. I might be about to die, actually. Nope, wait. I got this. I am a powerful Draco Lich. Fear me, bitches. I am a fucking badass. Also, apparently the Necromancer's been spreading word of my return. That's why we're getting heroes after us. Ugh, I knew he was gonna be annoying. And don't bother coming back. Dude, they're dead. The Necromancer applauds you in a poor attempt to make his situation seem less annoying. You're too annoyed to lay into him about this, so you shoot him a fiery glare. They take the hint and shuffle away. The points you gained in your trails shall be added to your skills. Your trials, I guess.
Nerdo Dragon says, just like I said, you won't find back-to-back good examples, but once you play or watch old one for a long time, then remake Rofist remake, then old one, you starting to see it.
Alright, Nerd Dragon, I know you disagree with me on this one, but I kind of prefer the remake art style of Spyro. Just gonna say it.
I like the Spyro. I like the dragons having, like, the dragon collectibles that you get are, like, custom people.
I also like that the new dragon NPCs they ended up have more personality than they did. Like, they were just kind of different colored. They weren't really, like, differently shaped in the original that much. Or, like, their shapes weren't as extreme. But now you have, like, windy, like, wind dragon, beefy earth dragon guys, more standard fire guys. I like that. I like the variants.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's a variable smorgasbord.
It really is.
Oh, it was so good. We ate so well.
65 energy. Let's go. Let's grow them. Yes. I take some of my handiwork with me. I found iron root. Alright, so I've got some stuff to sell and I've got some money now. Actually, I probably should equip the sword. I'm not sure I did. No, I did not. I had a sword and I didn't equip it. That's my bad. Cheap but
We know that
reliable.
you say you don't like Spyro for other reasons, but I'm arguing it. I think it's the same reason.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying
what
that
the
you
hell?
grew up with one and didn't grow up with the other. That's, like, the same reason.
Yeah. Now, what the hell happened to my profile pic on my save? I just saved it. It went from me with armor to this. Why did I turn into an anime protagonist?
Your secret is safe with me. It's not, I'll tell everyone.
There are some kids wandering in the field. Scale them, regale them with tails, or impress them by lifting a big rock. I have like 17 drama versus what spookiness is only at 6. I'm gonna regale them. I am so amazing. I once burned entire villages to the ground. Back when I had skin and, you know, a fire breathing sack and all that. You recover 78 HP. You recover.
Are you going to become a benevolent dictator?
I might. I thought drama would be more like muhaha drama, but not, you know, storytelling drama. Come across the jovial avian. Cool. I got some shop nonsense. Let's see.
I know it might be very reductionist to say I think it's for the same reasons, but like,
yeah.
People are more consistent than I think they give themselves credit for.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go ahead. And
I'll argue the nuances of why I like certain things.
Yeah. I mean, I have a clear reason why I like the new Spyro. It's not just that it looks like newer. It's that, you know, there is a...
I don't know if you grew up with the old Spyro.
Yeah, I did. Well, I think I played the old Spyro. I didn't really grow up with it as a staple. I did play The Legend of Spyro for the GameCube. It was one of the ones for the remake collection, which had a bit of a newer style. But it was like fine.
I'd argue that's probably the reason why.
Yeah. Now, I did play the old PS1 and PS2 Spyro at a friend's house once or twice when I was really young. But it wasn't like a staple of my childhood, you know? And don't get me wrong, having the, you know, nostalgia factor does mean something in a certain extent, I feel.
Yes, there's a piece to it. I mean, there are things that, like...
Calm them down? Oh, cool, I rolled 92.
There are things that I think, like, are objectively bad, but I just wish I had a better game in that same art style.
Yeah.
Like The Sims, like the OG Sims.
Oh, man, yeah.
Like, where all the characters are just...
Oh! Whoa, I think we found a
models
boss.
that they've sprited out.
Nostalgia is a powerful bias.
Yep.
Yeah. Kirby Air Ride for me. I don't think I've ever found a kart racing game that's quite like it. You know? And I've wished for something else like it before. Because the city trial mode it had was really unique, and I've never actually seen anything like it, where you're like, you start with a basic cart, and you have to find one and jump off your cart and get into it. And it's about racing, but you also have some, like, kind of destruction derby stuff going on, too. With events happening in the city randomly across 7 minutes as you gather power-ups and you all complete a challenge. It was a very interesting game mode, and I really wish Nintendo would... Well, actually, I really wish they release it on Switch and let us play, like, an 8-player multiplayer mode, because it used to have a LAN connection where you could have, like, 8 people, I think. I had to double check that. I know it had some LAN port connectivity. But, let's go ahead and cast some magic against this guy, because I have, like, a huge mana pool. I like that you start out with, like, 1,000 mana. Like, you're not starting out that weak. Yeah, I know you're technically weekend, but you're still, like, a dark, evil dragon, you know?
Can we say that these portraits are real nice?
Yeah, I like the portraits. I agree.
Like the dragon portraits of, like, when you're doing your attacks.
Yeah. I love that. Like, look at that. Also, I love the default portrait. Like, I imagine this is how he sees himself, and I'm just like, yeah. It honestly reminds you of Overlord, the anime.
And it's just because of the regal outfit and the skeleton head with the blue eyes, isn't it?
No, actually, it was specifically the outfit he's wearing reminds me, I think, of something I saw on there. Plus, the way you're gonna be collecting a bunch of, like, boss monsters to fill your dungeon. Like, come on. Can't tell me that doesn't have some
generic
vibe.
enough that, like, it makes sense to be part of a generic MMO thing.
Yeah. Sneak a potion. Yeah, I can just sneak a potion during my turn. Dodge.
I don't know, it was closer to the original, so you like it more? I mean, people hate change.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong.
Notoriously bad with change.
Don't get me wrong, like, if somebody remade Kirby Air Ride and changed the graphics, I'd probably murder them because the game looks fine. It has aged very well. I think I would murder somebody change...
Bro, have you seen some of these cars?
Oh.
They have like 6 polygons.
Yeah.
Especially the one I drove, like, because then the 2 cars I drove were like the van that had like great handling but terrible top speed. And then I also played the one with crap handling but insane speed.
See,
you just have to stop on a dime and then turn and then just blast your way
yeah.
in a straight line.
See, the game I'm worried about is the new Metroid game, if it ever comes out.
Well, I mean, they can completely retool it because it wasn't going to be good enough. So I hope that when it does come out, it will be good enough.
It's been 7 years since they announced it.
When did they announce completely scrapping it and restarting from scratch?
I think like 4 years ago, so that's fine. That is technically enough time for a AAA game, I guess. DC-20, Sculpt Grill. I'm spotted by my foe. Oh man, that flight. Wow, dodging is like a hard roll for this thing. I'm trying to remember which one I have higher, and so its strength is 11.
I mean, I agree with you, Nerdo Dragon. I do think I was being
Toughness is
very
21.
reductionist by saying it was just
Fine.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
But
I mean-
like humans have a great way of rationalizing things that are just like
Kinda not
Like-
true.
Like, have you ever seen the there was a video or something talking about how people who had seizures, who got their left and right hemispheres of the brain split, would be told to pick something up in one of their hands and one of their eyes, and then pass it to the other hand, and then they would ask a question, why are you holding this?
Oh shoot.
And they would give some reasonably plausible answer to why they were holding it.
Oh damn it!
It was
I got
not
confused.
because you told me to pick it up, though.
Hmm.
They'd be like, oh, I've always wanted to solve a Rubik's Cube.
I do feel like older art styles get a leg up via nostalgia, though. I think newer styles have to justify themselves more, even if they have equal merits. It's easier to see them as negatives. Even like again, we're not saying Spyro was bad. For the time, it had great graphics, and for the
I still think
times,
the graphics hold up. I
Yeah.
also still think the graphics hold
yeah,
up.
they hold up for the time, and they hold up for now. If you're playing as a retro
We're
game,
just saying that we like the variety that some of the newer graphics does bring.
yeah. Does it do everything right? No. Some things are pretty boring and generic, or like feel like they could have been a little more polished. Some of the, enemies may be a little basic, but like, I like the dragons, and it's a game about rescuing dragons. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion, and that is just my opinion. It is always just my opinion.
I mean, I think we agree on the facts to some degree. We just value different facts differently,
Yeah.
which I think is fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm such a bookworm, but and bookworm
Does
with
it
the
get your
Y,
mana up?
obviously. Huh?
Just get your mana up, right? So
Yeah.
maybe not be-
Well, I mean, I still have like 1,000. Like, I have not even begun to see my mana drop, really. That's one of the things I like, is that your health and mana are pretty high, actually, already from the get-go.
Do we want to talk? Do we want to talk about Rev?
Rev. Oh, okay. So, for those of you, I want to give full context here. We're currently, me and two other friends are doing a TTRPG session based on the Magnus Archives. By the way, I have a review on the Magnus Archives. I would not recommend it. It's really, really old. It's not my best work. But it's a really, really good podcast that is basically one of the best podcasts. Like, if I could recommend one podcast to somebody, Magnus Archives or The White Vault, one of those two, I flip-flop on them. They're both really good. Go listen to them. It's like a 200-episode story, but it's easy to listen to. It's a horror anthology kind of thing. There's an overarching plot. The Lovecrafty and all that nightmare stuff. And they released a TTRPG book. So I got together with Assembly, who has usually been the one who GMs. So I was like, hey, I'd be willing to GM this. Which, how'd you feel about that?
I'm so happy. I hate GMing. I really do.
I actually am kind of enjoying it. I think I might want to do
the
this.
forever GM. I'll be so happy.
I might end up as a forever GM, honestly. At least when it comes to like this setting where I know it really well. Honestly, I'd kind of almost want to do it in other stuff too. But if Horizon all you care about art style, then discuss what's wrong with this, and it's kind of pointless. I don't enjoy it, but sake of variety, it is good. Yeah. Anyway, we've been doing a campaign about a flesh hive that reanimates, of wasps that reanimate things by getting in their system and essentially like puppeteering them, called the Resurrection Mount. It's the first campaign I ran for the Hecate Collective thing, and I'm gonna definitely try and do some shorts on it. I have all I have everything but the session 0 of Frederick recorded. Sorry about that.
My character is a mystery.
The mysterious Dr. Korvast, who's either a ninja or falling on his face. There is no in between. And we've been doing the campaign, and I've been getting used to GMing, and one of the things that happened was we had a member, we're just gonna call him Rev, Revengeance, and he's been saying that he wants more stuff to do. So in the last campaign, the last session of the campaign, I tried to give him loads of opportunities to do stuff, to roleplay. You know? I feel like I did, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want to make sure that...
Like, the thing is in a TTRPG, this isn't like a standard RPG where you're given options. Like, in a TTRPG, like, you can make options even if the DM doesn't think they're giving you options sometimes.
Yeah. And I kept, like,
But the
giving
DM
him...
is explicitly giving you options of, do you want to do this or do you want to do that?
And we were doing a chase scene. And I was like, so, you can make it this, you can make it about a third of the way to the truck in this turn. In this, like, 5-second burst, essentially. And do you want to do anything else after you finish bursting? Like, do you want to, like, throw something? What do you want to do? He's like, well, what can I do? And I'm like, the guy's chasing you. Do you want to try and, like, knock stuff down? I was like, well, I don't know. I was like, okay. And I kept doing that, like, every time, and he just kept going, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, like, throw something on the ground. Like, and we had other characters, other friends, like,
what got me was actually a bit before that, which was when the gas came.
Oh, right.
And he was like, so my character is like a special forces guy. Could he know any things that would, like, help with this? And we're like, I don't know. Does your character know this? Could you give us a story?
And I was like, well, if you can't think of any, like, reason why he would be able to, like, you know, block the gas out of his lung, because the way it was written as an intervention in the because it was like a pre-scripted thing in the book that I got. It was one of the pre-made campaigns, and this was a pre-made intrusion, which is like when the GM just has something happen to make the game more interesting. And it was like, I you know, it seems to be that even if you block it from the way it was worded, it seems like it would still get in your lungs. So unless you like have a way to like improvise a mask or something, I don't, you know.
Yeah, and like, I could see that maybe he'd been doing training with sarin gas.
Yeah.
Right? And like, you know, chemical warfare training in his like stuff. But like, we were trying to give him like, I think I even explicitly said, it's like,
you did.
I'm pretty sure if you just give him backstory of why you would have a better time of this, he would give it to you, and you even like agreed, yes, I would.
Just explain me a reason. I want to give you a chance to tell me your backstory.
And he just refuses outright.
That's why we have him as a T-posing most of the time, because he feels like a T-posing character in the background.
Now, personally, I don't really like that joke much, because I think it does take out some of the agency he has with
That's fair.
playing how his character should look and act.
That's fair.
I'm not a massive fan of the joke, but I don't bring it up in chat, because then it'd be like me and Lewis against Caleb and Davis.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll try and go. If you think it might be a little too much, I might try to back off on that then.
And
but,
like, you know, I might have a. That's the thing. Like, I have a very powerful personality.
Yeah.
If I didn't stop myself, I could probably boho guard an entire set. Right?
Yeah, probably. Like, Dr. Corvus is a very energetic character, but Caleb is also doing things. He's trying to like he tries to be like the rational one, I find, where Corvus is like the almost emotional one.
The thing is that both of your personalities will be mine and Red.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not going to.
Some people aren't good at taking the initiative. It's like, yeah, but we were trying to give him the initiative. We were literally trying to put the spotlight in his character.
Well, the thing is with not taking the initiative is I have played other RPGs with Red. Now there's been times where I've been DMing. When I played a solo campaign, he seemed to be fine in his solo thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was fine in your solo thing.
He was pretty good. I tried. He was very rational. Like, the whole thing is I kept trying to lure him into horror scenes, and he did, like, the rational character thing, because he was a soldier, and I'm like, you know what, that actually makes sense. So,
yeah.
You know, he was very by the book.
Yeah. He played similarly in my campaign as well, in my session I had with him. The thing is, though, like, when I was DMing Mad Island, right? When I was DMing Mad Island, he played as a Shadow Chief.
Yeah, the Shadow
Which meant he was literally a shadow person, mostly in the background, who could punch people from a mile away as long as you guys, as long as it was the dead of night.
Yeah.
With like stretchy shadow arms.
Hmm.
Like think Naruto's shadow jutsu, but the shadow is sentient,
Yeah.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The Nara
and
style
then,
shadow
like-
manipulation, yeah.
Huh?
No, I was thinking the Nara style shadow manipulation jutsu or whatever.
yeah. Not shadow clone jutsu, but like, you know, the I kill you with your own shadow jutsu.
Choke you to death.
Um,
Oh, I found the body of my
and then
my
before
eye.
that was the potions and horseshit campaign.
I don't think I was a part of that one.
You weren't part of that one, but he played as like a healer, so he was mostly just like
In the background.
whenever we needed healing, he would heal, and mostly just. But there were so many people in that campaign that one person not talking was like, there is so much right now.
Yeah.
So many people. I cannot worry about making sure you're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. He seems like a person who would be generally pretty happy just going along with the flow.
Right.
The issue is he wants to play a proactive character by being like this guy who's like militarily trained. You'd think he'd be more proactive at being a leader. And he wants to be a
Yeah.
leader, but he won't make decisive decisions required of a leader.
Yeah. It very much is that. Like, whenever you guys have to make a choice, he usually, like, defers to you and Matt.
And he's upset that he doesn't get like to make choices, and it's like,
I can only keep giving you opportunities, dude. I can't make you take them.
yeah.
You know, it's the whole thing of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Don't suppose you have any good
Personally, I
references
think
on
it's like a. Personally, I think it might be a self-defense mechanism that
Yeah.
just got overcorrected something early
Yeah.
on. So I can't even be that angry about him doing it.
I do really want to keep trying to give him opportunities. I want him to.
I do.
I want to
I'm
engage
not
with
giving
him.
up on him. I'm not
I
giving
want.
up.
I
On him.
want to engage with him.
Yeah.
Arcane connections all pull the loose bones to their proper places. They creak as invisible joints form into what might be a cohesive formed. English mistake. Might be
Yeah.
a cohesive.
I do think, yeah, going
Oh
off
wait,
script,
cohesively
he does
formed.
have a hard.
The
Yeah.
thinner human. No, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Cold.
Yeah, Rev does have a hard time. Like whenever, like I feel like he has a hard time improvising. Like he has a hard time understanding that sometimes not doing something is actually riskier than doing something when time is
Yeah.
an issue.
Honestly,
Like he's just like, let's take back and just take pot shots, and it's like, how much ammo will we lose taking pot shots? Right?
Mm-hmm.
When we could just go in and do a killing blow immediately. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's like, I'm sorry, I understand that you're supposed to be the leader of the scenario, that we want you to be the leader, but like we will not Dr. Corvus will not listen to what he thinks is objectively bad strategy.
To be fair, you
tactic.
were objectively right with the hive. Like Matt
Corvus is always right.
and Victor are arguing, and this man, who up until this point, I might add, had been wearing an apiary suit for over a day straight without removing it, had tripped like 3 times when trying to be stealthy, and this man grabs a spray bottle, walks into the backyard with the murder hornets, and proceeds
Runs
to
into the
be
backyard with the mortar hornets.
stomps into the backyard with the mortar hornets, and proceeds to basically blitz this thing down like a goddamn ninja, dodging swarms and all sorts of shit.
I did get hit with the raccoon.
You did get tackled by a raccoon, yes. But then you
I
proceeded to
then
crush
proceeded
it.
in one turn, pirouette cartwheel the raccoon into the ground
And into a puddle.
of poison,
Yeah.
and get on my feet.
He
On one
killed
turn.
the bitch. And he drowned the bitch in insecticides while doing a cartwheel to hop back on his feet. He had so many dumb rolls in a row.
To be fair, I was skilled in gymnastics.
Oh, God. So
I don't
that's,
use gymnastics too often.
that's what I mean. They are going to go
As like a cop out of I should be able to walk. I use gymnastics.
Oh.
But sometimes when I need gymnastics, I'm like, I'm using gymnastics now. I generally make pretty convincing arguments of when I'm using gymnastics.
Who's
I'm doing
this
it when I'm doing a
schmuck?
cartwheel, right? A tumbling exercise.
Yeah.
Or...
Who's this schmuck? He's the one who pulled us from our rest. I've been spending a lot of my time outside the lair and would like to see this place better defended by someone I know better. You need him to keep an eye on this necromancer. Hopefully you can get a better idea of what the guy's deal is with your most perceptive soldier on the task. Well, big guy, looks like we're gonna be getting to know each other. Always quick on the uptake, Black. It's hilarious watching Lady Luck support dumb ideas.
They weren't supporting dumb ideas. They were supporting objectively the right ideas.
It was because I had put a track. They had put a tracker on the weird, creepy exterminators who were definitely making the situation worse van, and I had them show up and slash their tires. And they checked the tracker and were like, "Well, we had an alert." I made a tile, and I actually know how tires work because I use one for my bike. And so I knew they're a little inaccurate, and they also can be removed off things without really alerting you. So I had them figure it out and remove it. But there was a little, if they had been paying attention to it constantly, I would have seen them move a little bit and then stop, and that would have been a suspicious thing. And then after they ran off, I had the tracker start moving again. And while I had a timer going, Matt and Victor were just kind of arguing. And Corvus was like, and I had the cat show up, and Corvus was like, actually, I wanted to do something, but I couldn't get a word in. Can I? Like, okay, what were you doing during that time? And his whole thing, while Corvus was doing that, the cat showed up and meowed loudly, like yowled, and got the hornets all stirred up. So Corvus was on a timer, essentially, to blitz it down before the cat yowled. Which was so much fucking fun. I loved DMing that.
I feel like that's actually, like, I feel like it makes roles way more, because I know that, like, Rev was talking, like, joking about, like, doing roles for, like, doing the tires.
Yeah.
I think if it was, like, doing the tires in a time limit, I think rolling to see how much you were able to get done every 10 seconds or
maybe
so
having like
would make
tiers,
sense.
and maybe having like tiers, so like this is how much you need for each bolt, and if you get this high, then you get all the bolts automatically or something like that. Like you get all 3 bolts in one roll, you just get the 4th one for free, or something like.
Or like maybe
some way to make the roll like a reward, not necessarily a punishment.
Yeah, like you can get a bolt off in 30 seconds, but if you win the roll, you get a bolt off in.
God, I love this pose so much. I love this art right here. This little thumbnail is amazing.
So I think there is a lot you can do with like time limits.
Yeah.
I do agree. Yeah, it's cool.
I got really into it by the end, I think, with like just like having fun with it. One of the things I do need to do is I need to be a little more prepared. I need to focus on, I'm going to have more of the stats on your screen so I can keep track of that using the Excel sheet, because I hate using those stupid PDF documents. I'm sorry.
Understandable.
And that also means I wanted to ask you for updates, because I'll be keeping track of more stuff, which will be good. The other thing is, I need to be, I'm going to probably tell you guys when timer, or let you know, like, hey, timers are running. Or something like that, like as a good rule, because I had timers pop up at first a few times. I got better at near the end, where I was like letting you know timers have started now. But at the beginning, when I started introducing them during the WASP thing, I was kind of like, because I hadn't really done them before, so it was a little weird, and you guys didn't realize the one was going at first. That was not great.
I mean, Dr. Corvus was already antsy. He didn't know a timer was going, but he felt it.
He could feel it.
He could feel it.
To be fair, he does know me pretty well. What day
I
is
didn't think a timer was going on, but I was very much just like,
something's about to happen.
This needs to get done. I feel like we're arguing in character too much right now about what to do.
Yeah. That's the other thing. It was like, one of the reasons I started timers, I've been thinking about doing them, and they were just like arguing. It was clearly arguing in character. Like, and I was just like, you know what? This needs to, I can't have this too much of this. We need to have something to break this up. Because this is like,
wait. To progress the game forward.
Yeah.
Please.
And so I remember I had a timer for like, the cat showing up, because I was going to do that. And originally what I was going to have, the things start up after you got the tires replaced. So like the tracker would start up right after they replaced the tires. But I'm like, you know what? This is going a little bit much. I'm going to go ahead and start that now. Oh. A bandit with beast approaches you. You look pretty confident. Hey there, Boney. How's about you cough up 90 gold and we leave you alone? You could just give them the 90 gold, or make up a sob story, take a swing, or run away. Well, I'm a dramatic little bitch, so sob story it is. Success. Obviously, I have 26 drama. They seem to believe you enough to hesitate. That gives you a chance to, oh my gods, I'm stuck in this bone body. Oh, attack!
Oh yeah, I showed
God, this is some nice sprite work, honestly.
yeah, I showed TDL the Hollow Myth
Oh,
World of Darkness.
yeah,
campaign.
he did show. I like the characters in that. That's fun.
And I think that is what inspired me to do the like solo sessions with people before doing a full session with everyone.
Mm-hmm. Solo
I think
sessions are very good,
you
actually.
saying that I think may inspired you to do the same. Because
Yeah.
you're like good at like, you know, instead of everyone being in a tavern before you even figured out what your character is doing and having to interact, you're now like, here's my character's goals and motivation.
Oh shit.
Watato.
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 Watato. Damn it.
Watato burned down
Got hit
building.
again.
Watato
Day
hates government.
12. You're greeted by a door-to-door witch. I'm the best in the land for any ambitious lord looking to exert their might. Well, we gotta get the mithril weapon, so the mahogany staff, obviously.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Scout. The fact that Scout actually
Quite the
saved Dr.
character.
Knight and made a character that
Uh,
Callie completely expected to die off actually become like a major part of the story was great.
oh man.
And I honestly think the fact that they had like an entire year and a half hiatus from one session to the next is just like
That's a little crazy.
That's just so TTRPG. That's just so
It really
TTRPG.
is.
That's
Like
so-
we're
She
currently
gave them
taking a
the
2-week
whole
break.
experience.
We're currently taking like a 2-week break, actually.
But the nearly year-long break between sessions
Yeah.
is such a quintessential TTRPG experience.
Fancy robe.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna grab the fancy robe too. And can I grab a wizard's hat? I can. Crystal lenses or wizard's hat? This increases magic by 60, though. That's pretty nice. Alright, let's get him kitted out.
Yeah, Girl is good. You'll Be Alright is... I feel like You'll Be Alright is good. Okay, one thing I love, okay, actually. One thing I love, and kind of like... This is like, because I'm the kind of person who's like, I take in info, okay? And so I'm seeing people. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting thing I would have not thought of. Like, socially at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I mentioned this to you, but it's been a while. That there was a moment where they were like at a costume store or whatever. Okay, like they were getting dresses and stuff for like infiltrating this high dining establishment. Okay? And Scout goes, "What's that thing in the corner? What's that orange thing in the corner?" And like manifested through sheer force of will, effectively, of saying like that is a costume of Bash Crandicoot.
Bash Crandicoot? Wait, what?
Well, Crash Bandicoot is IP that
Right,
Oh,
right,
like, no,
obviously,
no.
obviously.
Bash Crandicoot.
Bash Crandicoot.
And so she ended up getting basically a Crash Bandicoot, like costume,
Mm-hmm.
and like the DM never mentioned that.
Oh.
She just manifested it through sheer force of will of just saying that is there.
God
And the
damn.
DM being like, that seems reasonable enough, sure.
Holy shit! These spells got expensive. Look, it went from 50 to 100, and now this one is 1,400. God
Is it
damn.
an AoE though?
It
does
is an
hit all
AoE.
enemies.
Yeah, I might want to actually use that, because against 3 enemies, I get kind of pulverized. Like,
Yeah.
look at that. That hurts. That's like half my mana. Oh, but that damage! Damn that damage! That's like 7 times what I usually do. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh god, he got the laxatives.
Oh yes, the laxatives were great.
Scout ended up asking one of their handlers, "Hey, do you have any laxatives that work on vampires?" And they were just like, "Here." Because their handler was a vampire, it makes sense that they would have medicine for vampires. Sure.
Wait, aren't we already evil? How do we have an evil clone? Howdy, bud. Oh, it's supposed to be some horrible, twisted inversion of you. Oh, come on, bud. What's that look? You don't seem that hostile at the moment. You should at least say something. You're not gonna try and replace me, are you? No, sire. I'm way too nice for that. Okay, that's the version. Okay. Oh, is it implying you can't be nice? You can be nice. You just don't always feel like it. I think we could be friends. What do you like? Magic stuff? I love magic. Okay, do you have a favorite color? Oh, it's easy. Carmine. Oh no, you hate Carmine! I like turquoise myself, actually. Cool. No, he doesn't even hate it. Nice meeting you, Gorlak. Yeah, sure, I'll be around. Kinda hope you don't run into this one again. I love how there's gonna be, I'm just gonna have a nice doppelganger running around for the rest of the time.
Oh, man. But yeah, the thing is, Scout spent so much time on the laxatives side quest of trying to spike the punch bowl with laxatives.
Sorry, it's just so funny.
It didn't end up working, but like, as people slowly started, like, as more and more of the other players decided, like, slowly what plan was being hatched in this madman's brain, it was hilarious. Because people didn't get it at first. People just didn't get it at first.
Yeah.
Like, they just thought, oh, they're just asking for laxatives. That's weird. It wasn't until far longer on that they're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Scare them off, calm them down, take a swing, try to escape. Well, I have a spookiness of 9, so that's still a hard roll. Strength is at 13, so I could take a swing or I could try to escape. My flight is pretty terrible. I'm gonna try and escape. Failure. Just got out of there. Wait, what? I failed, so why did I get... I failed the roll, but I escaped. Wait, what? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm spotted. How do I react? Brace for impact, dodge out of the way. Take it. Holy shit, 101. 105, so like if you don't have 5, that is literally impossible. Strength versus toughness, brace. Or, take a swing, Straight, got a blind connect. Connect with something before they can get me. Yeah, I might die here, actually. Damn. Let's try and get this one and take one out of the fight first. Oh shit. They got a massive boost, huh?
I do not remember.
Oh man, look at all those numbers going up.
I do not remember the makeshift panty slingshot. It sounds reasonable, but I do not remember it.
Ooh. Damn. Got drama code.
I do remember the vacuum cleaner for the ghost.
Gora's godly makeshift panty slingshot.
I mean, it is elastic.
That reminds me of Panty and Stocking. I don't really watch the full show. I've seen a few episodes of it, though. It's weird. I've heard the ending is like a what the fuck thing.
I heard the beginning is a what the fuck thing.
I know, but apparently the ending is like...
To be fair, a lot happened when they were fighting the vampires. I don't remember everything. I do remember them, like, playing a game of cards.
Sorry, rival. He's from when I was alive. He'll be here at the end of the month. Oh, verily, I'm sure. I love this guy's like, I'm your rival. It's like, I don't really need one. I already have one. He's like a reborn hero and everything. It's like, yeah, but I want to do this. You dare question the object of my ire's existence?
I think you need a workout. You're very stressed.
I am very stressed. I haven't been taking care of my stress at the moment. That's not good. We're just gonna nuke them all, hopefully. There we go. The nuke spell is very nice, actually.
Yeah, one of them almost nearly just did like 600 damage.
To be fair, I did just get back from an adventure.
They also did 600 damage, which is half of your HP.
Yeah, that wasn't great. I do need to increase my like toughness and stuff, my stamina. That's how Sai goes back to whatever it is he does. points you gain in your trials shall be added to your skills. Okay. You know, I should probably, like, stop, new week begins. I should probably stop with the upgrading arcane. I think that's high enough, honestly.
Yeah. To be fair, that Hollow Myth, yeah, Guro is amazing with her crafting rolls.
Let's go ahead and work out a bit. Work out for a few days. Burn off some stress.
To be fair, with her World of Darkness, like Callie's World of Darkness playthrough, it did make me want to play World of Darkness, and I ended up getting a Chronicles of Darkness book, and
yeah, that was fun though.
did
I
a
did
few
enjoy
sessions of
it.
that.
I did enjoy it. It was fun.
You had the most sessions though.
Yeah.
Rev only got one session. Caleb only got one session.
I wish we had continued doing it, but you were busy. I get that. I get that.
Busy.
Like, I understand that, like, completely.
And then, even if I wasn't, like, at the point where I maybe wasn't busy, we were playing, like, Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got you DMing, and I'm just like, you know what, we're good. And also, now I'm back in busy season again.
Yeah. Whereas I have, like, kind of, like, a lighter load, but I have other stuff going on, too. But, like, I can still manage enough time to, like, get stuff ready for a session, I find. Although, it is starting to eat into my time, which is why I took the 2 weeks off. I might start doing, like, every other week for sessions, too. Not every week. Just so I can focus on stuff, because, like, I've been having, like, one of the problems I've been having trouble working on that and working on videos, you know?
And
With
working on the game.
And working on the stream.
And working on the stream, and just being a generally incredibly, you know, proactive person, productive person.
I can't handle being bored, okay? I have to be doing something.
I'm never bored. Like, I'm never
Oh
bored.
no! No, not again! Wait, does this... They not remembered? Oh, please don't let...
Alright, I'll keep perception rolls.
Howdy, bud. Oh, wow,
I do
wait.
remember when they stole that...
I already did that.
I do remember when they stole that homeless guy's cart, and then never brought it back to them. They just mugged a homeless man for his cart, and then just never... said, we're borrowing this, and then just never brought it back.
Oh. I do wish they'd let you remember, like, encountering him again gave you new dialogue or something. I get that it was just some random encounter, but I do wish they give you more dialogue if you encounter him a second time.
As much as I think Kiara's, like, from what I've heard, like, I like Kiara. She's not really someone I follow, but, like, she seems like she's a really, like, from what I hear, she seems like she's, like, really
I
interesting.
got 122 on that, damn.
She's just not absolutely mental, and I kind of need that in a streamer. Kiara is kind of normal from my, at least the clips I've seen of her.
God damn. I just take damage.
And as such, that doesn't translate super well into TTRPG roleplay, sometimes. Kiara is kind of like our Rev, I feel like.
Oh, so I can access the shop whenever. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna grab some more potions now. Not comfy gloves. Consumables. Let's grab, like, 3 potions. And then 2 nice potions.
I'm not reading all that, I'm
Syrup.
sorry.
I'm not reading all that.
I'm sorry, I'm not. If you care about graphics so much, how about you add some to your post?
What is it? Oh, he posted in the live stream chat. I don't see that right now. What did he say? Because I have your thing open right now. Let me go to it.
It's a comparison between original Spyro and
Oh my god!
Reignited.
Yeah, I don't have time to read that right now. Sorry, I will read it later, I swear. Because I do enjoy it.
I'm not.
I will. I'm going to read it later because I do enjoy reading you guys when you post on Discord. I really do.
This is the thing, right? This is something I realized when you're streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I could never be a streamer. I don't think I could ever be a YouTuber. I just can't care enough about my people.
I can get
who are
so
watching it.
excited about, like, the littlest things I find. Like, I can just
I'm
go, like,
so hard to
woo!
Yeah, it's like, I feel like for me, it'd just be like...
My really impressed standards are a little bit higher than the average person. My generally impressed, like, I'm just excited to be here, is a lot lower than the average person, I find. You know? Like, I can get generally excited about things that are just kind of okay. But like, you don't get me wrong, I still have high standards when it comes to things I'm like, this is absolutely perfect, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, one of the things I actually have done recently is I've been working on picking each other's minds. It's interesting to me.
Calliope boy.
Calliope.
Calliope boy. Have you heard about my patron saint? My goddess, Calliope Mori?
Increase HP, increase defense, increase resist. Oh, but Fred, I have been working on an actual constructed sorcery deck.
Cool, cool.
So I got a hold of the Earth Avatar from the precons. In fact, I traded for an Earth precon. I traded a few cards for an Earth precon. I opened a few foils. And my goal is to build a ramp Voltron Earth deck, where I ramp a bunch of lands out using the one that taps to get a land nearby and move to it, and you can lose the ability. And you can pick up as many weapons as you want, by the way. You're not limited to one.
Yeah. Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that, like, can turn ruins, right? Nearby ruins?
No,
into,
that's Geomancer. This is OG Earth.
Okay, what does OG Earth do?
For each nearby Earth land, get +1.
Mana?
Attack.
Oh.
So my goal is to ramp out with, like, mana dork kind of creatures and land, there's a creature for...
That's up to, like, +9, right?
Yes.
But it's only not +9 if you're on lands you control, near lands you control. So the more
I don't think it says lands you control, and I have ways of moving lands. There's a land I have.
Yeah, I know it's not lands you control, but like if you're playing against a deck that doesn't run any Earth lands.
That's why I'm running Waste. That's why I'm running the Wasteland that lets you sack to destroy lands. I'm running the creature that lets me put lands into play by tapping him one time. He loses the ability after he uses it. And I'm learning another land that lets me. Basically, you can, if you have two lands next to each other, either vertically or horizontally, you can place it in between them, moving one of them to the right or left. So it allows me to get some positioning going on.
I do like the Earth Movers deck.
Yes.
I think it's.
And then to make her more powerful, I also gave her a bunch of weapons, like the Sword of Fire, the bow, the spear to give her first strike. I actually have a guy that's gonna basically create a lance every turn if I need her to attack first. You know.
See.
Here's the idea for Hyper Back Games. Symphony of the Night Metroidvania in 3D. Metroidvanias in 3Ds are hard.
That's the thing, like, I see that, right? And then I'm like, this is why I can't be a streamer, because I see that and I'm like, yes, thing that is done right could be good. Yes, no shit, Sherlock.
But I'm like, Metroidvanias are difficult to make, and they are. Like,
they are.
In 3D Metroidvania, you gotta understand, Metroidvania was thought to be a 2D exclusive thing until Metroid Prime came along. Like, Castlevania hasn't even made a Metroid
with
3D
third-person cameras, and how much that's gonna take to wrangle.
Yeah.
You wanna wrangle a third-person camera?
From Software can't wrangle third-person camera half the time. Have you played their games? They are amazing game designers. Even they have problems with third-person cameras in closed environments, or with like big monster creatures.
Yeah.
There's a reason there are very few Metroidvanias in 3D, and even fewer in third person. Most of them are first person if they're in 3D. But even like Castlevania has screwed that up, like with the backing of Konami back when they were actually making things, you know. Talking Konami, not in their prime, but in their like just after their prime started like declining just a little bit. By the way, they were still like top tier. You know what I mean? They failed to make it multiple times, like a lot of bad 3D ones. They really do. They really require a lot of thought to build the world out so it's interconnected and progression is natural. Yeah, those can be difficult. Ooh.
You know, I used to think, right, because I remember watching Extra Credits back when they were good, right? Talking about ideas guys versus, like, you know, the technical talent, and it's like, ideas are a dime a dozen kind of thing, and I'm like, and I kind of felt insulted by that. How dare they?
I think it's a little reductive, but it's not entirely untrue. There are plenty of good ideas, but I would say there are fewer people who know who can plan a way for the idea to work without being technical. Like there are people.
You have to have all of the ideas, right?
Yeah.
Not just like
You don't just have a single gimmick, you have to also have all the ideas of how that gimmick can be used.
Which is hard to be the ideas guy when it comes to that.
There are plenty of individual ideas guy, but being a guy who can make an entire game's worth of ideas is difficult.
Yeah.
That
being said, I think I do pretty well being the ideas guy.
I help out. I'm getting better at plan. I think this is helping me also like plan things out better than being a GM. Because I get off on weird tangents, but this is helping me focus a bit more. And with my current game, I'm working through the spellcrafting system with like the 5 basics, you know? The problem is I have like so many like random thoughts that interject my ideas, you know? Where I move from like one tangent to the other completely randomly sometimes. I need to learn to focus more. It's a problem I have. You're
Also,
exploring the wasteland.
there is like a thing where it comes to like, I feel like making a short game also, there are times where, you know, you can just do technical debt and be like, you know what, the game is going to be so short, I'm not going to need whatever, this isn't going to be a big thing.
Worrying about how systems have to interact with each other as the game gets larger. Because the last thing you want is to make a system that you're like, oh, I can always remake this later. I can remake this later. And then you get like halfway through making the game. remember
and you're like, there's so much shit that uses this system, I cannot
remake it. Okay, I'm gonna give an example of this, and it's an example that makes me look really bad. Do you remember the first version of the VR game? Where I had the conveyor belt set up and the hand set up, and then we wanted to have an object. We wanted to basically be able to hold an object, like have an object in hand or whatever. What was it? I think for the Mardi Gras beads or whatever. And I was just like,
I want something like some way of spawning balls that wasn't the conveyor belt.
Right, that was on the hands. That was like already in hand. I'm like, I think I had to rebuild my VR controller. God. Oh, that was so bad. And I had built it in a very... Like, I had been following tutorials for early VR constructors in Unreal Engine, and they were all about not having things in hand, and, like, the hands were directly controlled by the controller functions, and I didn't really do much to modify it or integrate into the game with the ball detection. Also, they couldn't detect what you grabbed, so you couldn't create things. It was harder for it to, like, grab this but not be able to grab these. If they both had a grab back, you couldn't, like, toggle the grabability unless you did in the object, for example. I think one of the ideas I was trying to implement at one point for the test was to make like the game have like a sign. It was, I don't think I shared this one with you. It was something I've played around with a bit. Basically, colored balls where it would be like a red light, green light thing, where as the light changes, you have to be able to grab. You can only grab the balls the color the light is. But it was just such a pain to implement with the way I had done the hands, and it didn't work. And so I didn't bring it up. It was like something I played around with one day. And then I got to the Mardi Gras beads, and I felt really dumb, because if I just implemented that earlier on, you know, and it's that voice in your head. It's like, I can do this later. No. Later means you have to integrate even more stuff into it, because as you build a game, more and more things reference the thing you've already built. And that's why it's better to go with a plan of what you want the game to be, and to understand what you're aiming for. If you build a small game...
Yeah. If we didn't actually add anything to the game, it would have been fun.
Right. If we had just kept the conveyor belt, we wouldn't have needed the Mardi Gras thing. But we did need it. Oh, man.
Well, I think, no, the Mardi Gras thing I thought was like a bag, but
what's
like...
the Mardi Gras thing?
The Mardi Gras was pulling things out of a bag, and then
the
cemetery one was getting things off of a pedestal. But the bag, I guess, did, like, immediately grab it into your hand, maybe? Because you had to grab the bag and then grab the thing inside the bag?
Oh, right. Grabbing something inside an object you're currently grabbing. That was it. Because remember, it attached it to the hand, and so it was a part of the hand object. And it couldn't grab that without grabbing the other hand you had.
I didn't know how the hands actually worked, but yes.
To be fair, I was the one responsible for the code in that one, and I did a shitty job. With those hands in particular. VR is
maybe our first game shouldn't have been a VR game.
God, that was such a mistake. Please, I beg of you, if you listen to anything else we say, please.
I know why. Okay, I will give you your reasoning.
Ugh.
Right? If you have forgotten, the reasoning that you said we should make a VR game is, hey, there's not a lot of cheap VR games out right now.
And there weren't. I wasn't wrong
And
about
it's
that.
like, sure, okay, but by the time we released it, there was a dozen or more free VR games that were even higher quality.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Well, yeah.
Because by the time we were able to easily make it, the tools have been developed enough for more people to easily make VR games.
Right. It's like, it was kind of the thing of like, hey, there aren't a lot of VR games and the technology is just getting usable. It's like, we didn't really have that moment. I didn't really have that moment of thinking, oh, right, by the time we actually finish making a game, other people will have done the same thing and we'll be faced with a lot of
And
competition.
also, it's going to be a fucking nightmare to try to, like, make
Do
sure
tutorials.
it's workable for other people's systems.
Oh my gosh, yes. I would not recommend buying our game, the VR game. I almost want to go back and make it free because I'm not sure it probably works on anything that's actually out right now.
Yeah, I probably should make it free.
Because, like, the Valve Index and the Oculus Rift S, the one that was built, the last one Oculus released before Facebook bought them, were the two things that we tested it on. And both of those are, like, 3 generations old now? Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not like we can keep on buying new stuff to just, like, make sure it all works. on a
Right. I
bunch
mean,
of different
I've been
systems.
thinking about upgrading, but I'm not going to upgrade until my VR thing until, like what few VR games I play are mostly older ones, like Beat Saber. I think I played that Spellcaster one a bit.
And as I got Linux, like, playing VR became harder.
Yeah. Like, I might
So I
get an
really could barely
upgrade.
even do tests on it anymore.
Exactly. I might get an upgrade on my goggles when when Valve releases their new headset. Because I've seen over the years that when Valve releases something, they will fucking support it. And I don't trust Meta to do that. Which is why I haven't upgraded my Oculus. Because I just don't like Facebook. I'm sorry. I don't trust them. The Emerald Breeze. The Aquamine Arcanist. So they're elementally themed wizards. That's cute. They do a group pose they probably think is really cool. I'm imagining Team Rocket but wizards. It's not. We are here to destroy you, says the Wet Red Wizard. Listen, I'm really not interested in the whole everything here. As they're trying to seem impressive, the green and blue ones decide to show up their powers right into your doorway. I had just cleaned in there. Alright, I've had it with you losers. Well, time to nuke. Air Blast. You know, I really feel like an all-powerful Dragon God when I do that. Let's do focus. Since the wizard's running. No, I obliterated them. What are you talking about, game? I fucking launched a magic nuke at them. Are there any particular game types with dragons you would like to see? Flight combat games, like a Star Fox kind of flight combat game. I would love to see that.
And we talk about the flight dragon game that we were thinking about making.
When we
but
kind of like just did ideas and like a basic flight controller in that one model, and that was it.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, you know what? Because we're talking about this, I might go to Burning Horizons.
Mm-hmm.
Burning Horizons was effectively like, if you've ever played Crimson Skies,
But with dragons.
it's basically that. Like Crimson Skies for like the Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
which was like more like an arcadey air combat game.
And one of the things he added was that every dragon have like a sort of like different kind of ability or movement that makes them kind of unique. Like his thing was Pop Fly, which was a dragon who could like blast itself in the air like a cannonball to give it some momentum, which was a really cool idea. He made like a little chubby dragon for it. It was cute. I like the dragon model. Popfly had a cool model, Fred. You really you nailed that
I
thing.
did have a cool model. It wasn't topologized correctly, so it would have been fucking atrocious to work with.
But it was
It did
cute.
have a cool looking model.
I loved the big jaw, the big dopey jaw.
Let me see if I can find like
Couple
some bits
mops
of it.
and drag the
But
necromancer.
basically, yeah, it was like think of like a combat game, and like the idea of Popfly was just a big chubby dragon that had like kind of glider wings
Mm-hmm.
and like couldn't really propel themselves. But what they did was they had this massive like blast,
Yeah.
like fire blast,
Mhm.
and it would actually be like knockback. So it'd be kind of like if you've ever played like rocket jumping in Quake or TF2, it'd basically be a dragon that entirely propelled themselves off rocket jumping,
Yeah.
effectively.
Basically, yeah.
But in turn, they'd also probably be like the most mobile and probably the fastest
but only, you know, but that's because, like, your flight is kind of unpowered, where you have to, like, 180 no-scope people with your projectile. Because the way you're flying is backwards.
It would have definitely been a skill character. Honestly, Star Fox Assault is one of my favorite flight combat games. It's the Star Fox game everybody talks about, I feel like. I feel like everybody talks about
Oh,
Star
man.
Fox 64.
I actually looked at the picture. I actually looked at the picture for Pop Fly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And the picture that I have for it,
Yeah.
one of them is like from it was like from September 9th, 2021.
I am so cool.
And then underneath that is like a few posts that we had talking with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you having finally have a dragon that doesn't look like melted Play-Doh, with like one of your first pictures of your dragon character curled up.
Oh man,
Right
that
underneath
picture. Wait, let me see that picture. That picture was so old. That, oh my god, the curl up dragon is so old.
No, I'll post it in live stream.
Yeah,
so you don't
post it
have
in
to
live
watch
stream
it.
so I don't have to like look through it, yeah. I managed to catch the wind to my wings, only get hurled into a dirt patch pretty hard. Oof. Find some strange plants, we grow them using magic. Ooh, cool, we got some more consumable stuff. Keep exploring, tough out the heat. We are so tough now. Alright, I think we're nearly to the end of the area. Got another goal event, Dilapidated Fortress. You would mourn how time-worn it's become, but it's never exactly looked that great to begin with. If anything, the place you're in now looks better than this place did way back when. You think you hear the sound of something large shuffling around. There may be, in fact, be a large squatter in your old home. Nothing to do about it now, but head inside and see if any of your stuff is in there. Excuse me, you fucking upstart! What the hell do you think you're doing? Tending his very long. What do your monster nails look like, buddy? You need to clip those things.
Actually, that was actually one of the potential dragons of the game. Was like a drake of like. So the idea is that each dragon's kind of had like different nationalities.
Mhm.
So the Popfly nationality was like Scandinavian / Scottish Norwegian.
I do have to give him credit for that popped collar. That fur collar does. I've never seen a dragon with like a fur collar that low, but I gotta admit, it actually looks pretty cool. I like that design.
It does. It does.
It's almost like a
Properly.
Russian oligarch design, almost like a czar or something.
Yar.
I
So
imagine he
there's-
speaks with a Russian accent, but I can't do a Russian accent. He's too busy preening to notice you. Why should I? These dusty ruins have housed nothing but rats for who knows how long. Again, I can't do Russian accents, so I'm just kind of doing whatever.
Okay, you want me to do it then?
Yes.
I can't do a Russian accent either, but I can be malevolent.
Okay,
Nonetheless.
okay, be malevolent. Though you...
Thou don't seem to stand much taller than the local
Vermin.
gremlin yourself.
Never did get along with other dragons. This used to be my place back when I was alive, and I just wanted to see if any of my old stuff is here. He snorts derisively. He begins to regard you with the deep growl in his voice portends a dark omen. Why?
And why should I?
His voice is really boring. And you... and you really can already tell this is the kind of guy that loves to talk a lot. Try as you...
This is very true.
Try as you might, your mind wanders away from whatever it is he's on about. There could be some hint to his weakness, or maybe some nail care tips in there, Lord of Knives. Oh, it's not like you ever rely on your claws that much. You always preferred weapons. Though your claws don't seem to be made of steel like his are. They just grow like that. They might be very well polished. Oh.
Honestly, why anyone would want to associate me with that man, I don't know.
Wait, what are you on about? Oh, he's talking about a guy. I wonder if he's gay or something. Probably should not. That would be weird to just assume about someone. Oh.
Are you even listening?
Oh. You're not gay?
How dare you?
Well, neither am I. Okay, this is giving me actual war dating vibes again. I don't think it was a one-off thing, Frederick. I think
didn't ask.
Can you shut up? For a guy covered in blades, your voice is incredibly dull. He didn't seem to like that. He's growling in frustration. Oh. Oh, you insolent. Okay, well, my nuke spell is probably gonna be very inefficient on him. So let's go Zip Zapper. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna do more damage. Hopefully he doesn't have as much health as I do, or as...
But, I did actually want to mention to, Nerdo Dragon about, like, having a dragon that actually can seamlessly switch between ground and walls and the ceiling. Like, you know, like running up walls and stuff.
Yeah.
So the idea is that each dragon kind of had a nationality. So Popfly, the chubby dragon, was going to have like a nationality kind of like Norwegian, Celtic, tribal.
Oh! What the?
And then there was going to be another set of dragons that were more like horses on like a Mongolian kind of style. And the horse dragons like didn't have wings. Instead, they just had massive hind legs and could jump really, really high, and claws that could like just run up entire ravines.
Holy shit! The guy got 800 damage like crazy. He looks like Malivore. Oh, wasn't he the guy? Wasn't he the villain from like the remake Spyros? He was like the dark dragon of that corrupted everything, right? I vaguely remember him. Alright, let's try this again.
Okay, actually, I also created, because I'm wild like that, I also was creating a system in our game that allowed people to do like palette swaps really easily and quickly. So let me see if I could show like an example of like how you do palette swaps in the game.
Oh, come on! This man will not die!
So if you look at the live stream chat, now you see a version of Popfly that can actually like, you can change their 3 colors.
Oh, I
Whatever
see
you want
it.
it to
Yeah,
be.
I see it. So you can get the spots and everything. That's cool.
Yeah.
Failure.
And basically the way it worked
Well,
is I just
I've
made
lost.
each one hit all 3 channels. Like I made 1 red channel, 1 blue channel, 1 green channel.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to actually make them their colors.
Yeah.
And then I could just replace the channel with like whatever I like, whatever color I wanted. Which is really useful if you know, want to have people have options to color things in your game.
Yeah. That is actually probably pretty useful. It also just lets you more easily swap things out too, you know?
Yeah. That is why I sometimes say I'm an insane person. Because that's the thing, I didn't watch a YouTube video, right, that told me, hey, do this and this is cool.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is something I should be able to do. Let me just go do it. I'll figure out how, don't worry. Okay, I'm actually gonna post a picture of like the horse dragon. Or I guess it's more of a drake because they don't have wings, but so be it. This is back in 2019. Some of these posts were back in 2019. Wow.
Yeah, 2019 was a while ago. That was back when I was over at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, that was the...
You know, it's weird. I think if I ever, like, retired, I would probably want to work at a library part-time. Like, as just, like, a thing to do, you know?
I feel that.
Alright, I'm gonna try studying just a bit more for more arcane, to a maximum arcane. Get 100 arcane, unstoppable magics. Alright, I'm gonna kill that other dragon. Nobody gets to shit-talk me. Especially boring me like that. Alright. Nuke his ass. Speak a potion. Maneuver. Warlock crash again. Maneuver. Or slight. Oh, shoot. Forgot to get more mana potions. That was a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake too. I forgot it was DC 20. I thought it was DC 20, not DC 120. And I just fell asleep. Now I'm gonna get murdered. God damn it. The hero's gonna get here, and I'm gonna be like a little wuss. Yeah, I made a mistake with this one. Oh! Wow, he's actually kind of tough. Like, compared to everything else I fought, I've been nuking everyone else with, like, one spell. Ever since I got that AoE blast, you know?
Yeah.
And even before that, I was killing everyone in, like, 2 to 3 shots. I'm not really used to prolonged battles. Don't forget, it's your turn to do the dishes today. Don't let me forget. Reasonably composed party of adventurers. Who is it? Just more guys trying to kill me. Somehow forgot this happens every week. Hark, evil one! We come to bring an end to your evil deeds! Why do you insist on showing up on the weekends? Do you not have anything better to do? Tis Rage Night! And not just that, but we are on a quest to remove thy evil from the lands. Oh, he's just gonna keep going on like this, isn't he? You notice how nice the sun feels against the cold air? You stand in the doorway. It's nice. You know what else is nice? Getting new clothes. Obviously, all your old clothes have rotted away. Not that any would still fit you. You're still not totally used to your current body. You should try doing what White Ropes does. It seems to work pretty well for them. What was it again? Oh yeah, they basically just wrap a burlap sack around themselves and stuff with wool to fill it out. Sounds like a pain to clean out if it gets muddy. Is that guy still talking? And so we traveled from... Yeah, well, anyway. I want to imagine this is what evildoers do while the heroes are yapping and doing, like, their anime speeches. They're just kind of like... Yeah, da, 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 da. Are they done yet? No. Are you done yet? I already have my hero on his way, so I would really appreciate it if we weren't having raid night first thing in the morning. Your hero. What does thee think themselves a damsel? Well, that's just rude. As much as I would hate to give the fourth set of jerks to show up exactly what they want again, you really would like to give them a wallop. Alright, I'm just gonna ask you to leave. We shan't! You tried. Well, I tried. You know what? I gave you a chance to leave. Fuck you.
I was going through some of our old posts, right, just scrolling down ever since Popfly, and I got to the point where I was like showing you a lot of my art to show you where I started.
Yeah.
And I'm putting in the live chat the first picture I drew that I didn't hate.
Oh, oh my god. Oh.
It was a Dragonborn wizard for a D&D campaign I wanted to play.
So timely.
Things have not changed very much. It's also still red, orange, and yellow, just like my current profile pic. Things have really not changed at all.
They really haven't.
That was back in middle school.
Alright, let's see. I need to buy some more items. Let's see. Lair, shop. Oh, I can shop from a Oh, wait, it's Mammon. Hey, what are you doing down here, buddy? Thought you had to, like, work Fitzgeraldi to death. Oh, wait, I can upgrade layer? Oh, wow, I missed the entire mechanic. I have a feeling this is definitely the kind of game, though, where you're supposed to, like, play it multiple times, you know?
I even have, I have Them's Fighting Herd memes.
Oh my god.
I've got old school Them's Fighting Up memes.
Oh, let's see. Up close, it will be tough, but we can do it if we play well. Fuck, get out, get out, get out! Oh, hey, it's pretty nice over here. The mid-range character. The mid-range character being a mid-range.
It's because she's a front character. Like, she's mostly like a fighter that like does things up and close.
Mm-hmm.
But if she lassos you at mid-range,
You're dead.
she's gonna follow up, and you're gonna be stunned.
Yeah. Oh, so you can increase it. See, that makes sense. So you can increase the training grounds one day, and then with 200 gold. Oh, that would have been way better. So go on excursions first, then upgrade the training grounds, then start training. That does make sense. I see that now. Wonder if you can get to like 100 and 100 stats if you like play it a few times and get, you know, the optimal rolls or
We
whatever.
will not have time for.
No, we're not going to have
go.
time for that. I was expecting we were going to do more games. We're going to have to play the other games next time.
We might still have time for like a game.
Maybe, yeah. I guess,
Maybe a
yeah, it's
sliding
gonna...
puzzle.
Something,
Or
the
the
sliding puzzle one. Okay, look, I was trying to find any dragon games, and I found a tile puzzle game. When I say puzzle, I mean, like, complete the picture puzzle. Alright, I'm gonna try and put him to sleep first. There
Talking
we
about
go.
bug fables. Oh, also my thumbnail sketches for prototyping what their head shapes should be
Mm-hmm.
for the dragon.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I love those.
You gotta do multiple passes because your first ones are gonna be way worse than all
Yeah,
your other ones.
I don't have like headshots, but I do like redo them multiple times over. Like when I draw stuff, I'll usually redraw the like eye ridge or the head shape multiple times because the first ones are always terrible.
I mean, the first ones can always be better.
Yeah,
Even if they're fine, they can always be better.
They
like
can
my
always
first
be
ones
better.
weren't terrible, right?
mine
But they
are
were,
though.
like-
Mine are though.
But all the other ones were like, this is interesting, right? They've got like a little ponytail
Yeah.
that's been having a band. They've got like these more edges that are
Yeah.
going. How many edges are too many edges? Because you see the one that's like super edge on like the one that's very top.
Mm-hmm.
Like one that's very flowy, one that's very edge, and then the one like off to the right that's like kind of a combination of edging and flow.
Yeah.
And then like I tried one that was way more ornate, and I'm like, hey, I kind of like the aspect of like having that kind of other ridge on it. So then I added that to the one that's like
Mm-hmm.
the bottom right gold headdress one.
Right.
Like how many eye spots were too many eye spots for the birdish
Oh.
looking one?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a hard thing to judge.
Like I was doing like kind of more and more stuff going for the eye spots. I do feel like the one on the furthest were maybe a bit too many.
Yeah.
So I was going extreme with it, right? You go extreme with it, and you're like, okay, let's dial it back. Then go extreme with it some other way. Let's dial it back.
Right. Alright, now we try another nuke attack.
I do really think the one with like the little tiny ponytail flip is really cute, though.
Ooh. Sleight of hand healing potion. And then we use an item for a nice potion.
I don't know the reference. I'm sorry. I don't know enough about Capcom games to get the reference.
How
Sorry,
many eye
Nerdo.
spots is too many? Capcom says yes.
What? No, that?
First aid? No. I should have tried for an attack, honestly. Even if I had done that, it would just put me in the same position, most likely. Man, I couldn't kill Lord of Knives. I feel really disappointed in myself for that. I really should have just, like, been training, like, all the attempts I've done on him, if I had just been training a bit more. You know, I'm gonna train and wait for the hero today. I'm just gonna increase my toughness some, because the hero is probably gonna be tougher than him, let's be honest. Even though the rest of them have been pushovers, I'm sure the hero will be tough. It's day 30. Alright, heroes arrived. Thou hast finally arrived at the final location of thy quest, the lair of the foe thou hast slain in ages long past, Gorlock. You go to the door and suddenly it's suddenly pulled open. Well, 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 look who's here. Oh, it's one of Gorlock's buddies, the more obnoxious of the two. I only have 2 followers? That's a little awkward. I'm glad I caught ya. Big guy, I was just about to go looking for ya. Gorlock's been squirming on his throne all morning. Gorlock must be shaking in fear of retribution, no doubt. I hope you don't mind letting me take the credit for scooping you up, yeah? Takes a head moment that suggests he's going to wink, but using the eye that he's missing, probably. Oh god, he winked with the empty socket, because he's used to winking with it. Well, whatever. He's been dying to see you. Get in here! You walk into the halls of the fortress. You arrive at the throne to find Gorlock. Is this truly him? You're here. He tries a bit hard. Usually tries a bit harder than that. You killed him so long ago, and yet here he sits. Yeah, he sits before you now. You see a faint magical shimmer in his eyes. He seems to be fidgeting. His body shakes slightly as he moves. You can feel his joints creak and clatter. Well, I suppose it's about time. We're here for. He's on his throne. Charges at you. What the fuck is this model? What is this pose? What is... the models have been actually really good, but what is this one leg? They're actually both these legs. What the fuck is going on here? Also, like... is this like a guy or a girl? I actually can't tell. What the fuck is this?
It's very clearly a guy. Can you not tell by his massive cod piece?
I guess, but... yeah, the codpiece fire. Whoa, why is there a bulge? Oh.
Davis is called, you know, protective gear, okay? You gotta protect your
Yeah,
you know,
pretty
various
bad.
veins and
Retort.
capillaries.
Failure.
Have
Why
you
would
not
you
heard
say
of a
that?
jock
I
strap?
knows you're kind of a loser. That was embarrassing. You're taking damage over time. Yeah, he's not gonna go down, is he? I'm probably fucked at this point. Guard. Drop the face! Gorlock was defeated. You lost. Once again, you lost. Your broken body lies on the floor. You hate this feeling. It's time and you still hate it now. The hero kneels down before you, holds your head so he can look you in the eye. His hand feels warm. Better luck next time, Gorlock. Next time. You hope there's a next time. Is this gonna turn into a romance story if I keep playing? Because like, it's subtle, but I keep getting these undertones. You know? I don't know. Wow, I love this drawing. This is nice. This is some fucking nice defeat screen right here. Really soothes my broken spirit after having lost.
Yeah, all the art in this game is very good.
Yeah, this is like... I have to give this game any one thing, it's definitely the art. Yeah, and it's definitely like a roguelite style game where you kind of have, you know... Hey, this is how you did this time. Playthrough 0. So, yeah. Definitely. Okay. So that was a cool game trial. Let's try out, like, the puzzle one, I guess, to finish off the night. I'll definitely have to try this out some and see how... I might review this, actually. Because it's pretty sweet. Did this come out? Yeah, it just came out this year. Or at the end of last
Maybe
year.
make a good short, right? Good short
Yeah.
review.
It's like, hey, cool pixel art, and if you're looking for this kind of, like, management game... You know what it reminds me
You
of?
should do some of his awesome portraits, but, like, kind of do them over with, like, your own...
Yeah,
your own
like
dragon
the
character.
pose, but my dragon character, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
not like you're stealing, more like you're just an homage.
Yeah, homage. You're choosing the
'Cause
pose.
you are also
like-
just throwing the game out there, like, hey, I'm taking this from this game.
Yeah, but like when I did the what is butterfly meme thing, sort of like
Yeah.
with my dragon instead of the anime character.
Yeah.
Twinsel Puzzles Dragons. A good chill out game, I think. Hopefully. I mean, I'm always a fantasy dragon. I like how it like fades so you can see it. Wait, so you turn or? Oh, you have to, oh, it's just turning. It's not even like moving the pieces. Wait. Oh god, I'm gonna
It's
show
too
how
much
bad
for
I
this
am.
man. It's too much for this man.
There we go. There we go. I got it now. Yeah, that was a correct one already. There we go. Check that there. And that there.
Oh. You're so bad at this game.
I am so bad at this game, yes. I never said I was good at puzzles.
You should be. You should be better.
I should be better.
You should be better at puzzles.
Sorry, I didn't spend my entire life playing matching games.
It shows.
Yeah, it really shows, I know. Oh, down here. I mean, it wasn't that terrible, but it wasn't great either.
Given how baby easy it is.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad because of that.
There we go. I'm better at this one.
I think it also is because now you know what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
You were kind of what's
I didn't pay
going on?
attention. I
You're
didn't pay
like,
attention. I didn't pay
shit,
attention to the
like,
first
what
one.
the heck is going on?
Oh, this one obviously like that because. Wait, I think I fucked something up here. Well, I did get it briefly, but you know. Okay, so that's all there. That's good. Yeah, so that has to go like that. Oh, there's
Oh,
connected.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay, I understand now the reference to the Capcom.
Capcom reference.
Lots-
Eyes on the
Lots of
arm.
eye spots. Lots of eye spots.
Oh. Oh. Do 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 do. Ooh. Oh man, but no, I really do like. I'm gonna turn up the music because it's really loud. But I do really like the pixel art and everything that was going on in that game. I think it has a lot of character too. You know, like just
Yeah.
having likable characters can make it so. Gorlock is an evil dragon lord, but he has so much personality. You know.
Yes.
I mean, the
I
good self
agree.
being the evil version of the evil guy being good. I mean, that Scott Pilgrim did it. You know.
I have no case and I must scream.
I have no case and I must scream.
You don't understand. I'm just going down memory lane right now.
Wait, Scott Pilgrim? That what did it?
No, no. It's
Honestly, you
because,
kind of just wait for the
it's because
edges
I'm,
to
like,
not have an obvious
scrolling down.
line.
It's because I'm scrolling down the various different things. Okay,
Oh.
scrolling down our various different posts we had many
Oh, yeah.
my old computer. Yes.
Oh, gods. Oh, we've actually known each other for like a while now. Like, I think we've known each other for about half our lives at this point. Or
I've
like,
basically
or
been
no,
gone
about a
by
third of our
Fred
lives.
for around like
About a third of our lives.
5 years of work, 4 years of college, and 2 years of high school,
Mm-hmm.
which amounts to around what 11 years,
Yeah.
which is not quite half, but is more than 1/3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. It's crazy the way time passes.
I know it's
And yet we still have so
wild.
much ahead.
I know. I have a hard time believing this. I want to let you know, okay,
Mhm.
that I will be so sad when you die.
Wow,
That'll be
thanks,
so
thanks
sad.
for voting that I'm gonna die first. I'm glad that's what you think.
Well, like, I mean, if I die, I won't care, right? But if you die first, I'll be very sad. I'm very selfish like that.
I mean, I would be sad if you died first, so, you know, that's fair.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I don't actually feel that way about many people, so it is actually impressive for me. That is around
Like-
the nicest thing I've ever said to basically anyone, I think.
It's like, I would
That's
lose
a-
someone
that's-
to talk to every week.
To
Someone
be
to
fair,
help build my games with me.
to be fair, that is a rare category that includes my parents. That's it.
That is
I do have a brother, by the way. I probably should keep that on the internet.
there, though.
Look, we don't get along. I'm
We'll be
sorry.
a bit sad for like a while, but it won't be like a long.
Also, I
sadness.
think these might be AI generated. I'm just starting to notice. Like, look
They're
at that Talon.
definitely AI generated.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention as much, but like, yeah, these are definitely AI. They're not the worst AI I've ever seen. I think it's the way they stylized it, but like, when you look at details like claws, yeah, like, or like the way the neck makes its body, where it's like, there should be like another half kind of peeking out right here, or more, or this should be showing more. And also the back half is just like, I feel like the other ones were kind of like less blatant, because it had like the kind of, you know, zoomed in eye photo, distant raptor like, that could just be, you know, the way they designed it. But that previous one, this one right here is where I'm like, yeah, this is definitely AI. All the other ones have like excuses, I find, but that one just no.
And it doesn't even stay done when you've completed it.
That's stupid. Like, what if you want to go look through the gallery? Come on. Like, what's
whatever.
the point of completing if you don't get to look at the pictures? I know they're AI generated slop, but at least I can look. Like, some of these aren't bad generated AI stuff. They're probably some of the better examples of AI generated slop.
I disagree, but then again,
Well,
I've seen a lot of AI generated slop.
I mean, there is a lot of bad in it, though. I'm saying, like, it's in the upper half, which is not, like, the biggest accomplishment in the world, but it's something.
You don't understand that my quality for good is not
It's
above
passive.
average. My quality
It's
for good is
passable.
like top 10% maybe.
No, it's not top 10%. It's, like, at best top 20. But, like, I mean, for dragon pictures are particularly hard in AI, though. Like, how many good dragon pictures have you seen? Let's put it that way.
Good dragon pictures?
Yeah, in AI.
Like by AI? I don't know. I don't look at a lot of dragon pictures.
I
AI
have.
generated
I've
dragon
tried to.
pictures.
Back when Cyberlink there, I tried to do some AI generated dragons. My God, is it horrible with non-humans? And it's
Well,
particularly
that's
horrible
the
with
model,
dragons.
right? That's the model you were using.
Well, it's
You were
also
using
bad with
Cyberlink.
dragons because look up the word dragon even before AI filled the internet, Frederick, and you get like 1,000 different body shapes, and it tries to combine them. That's
You know,
the thing.
Well, if you are actually using an AI, like one of the like furry AIs
Yeah.
that actually
Those actually are a bit better,
actually let you
yeah.
use more specific dragon types.
Yeah, like Eastern and Western. They still better, but even among Eastern and Western, well, Eastern's a little easier. Eastern has a much more cohesive style. But Western dragons, even among them as a category, tend to have very wide design range. Eastern is actually a little bit easier because it's a much more coherent theme.
We
Or if
need
you
to
do
give
something
you
like a
an
Kirin.
E61 tagging system for dragons to let you generate good quality dragons
Yeah,
of what you're looking
This
for.
is not great. You can tell like the eye is like kind of fucked up and the body is just a blob. The weirdly detailed head
general
and the
scale texture.
blobby body.
The scale texture can pull off quite a lot
Yeah.
for a blob.
Especially
You
with
get away with quite a lot.
especially because it kind of makes it almost like stained glass, so it almost looks stylized. I can tell it's not, but it almost gives a stained glass stylized look. If it weren't for the fucking head, I would actually be able to call this stained glass look, you know? Like, if you took out this head, just look at this section. It's like, yeah, that's basically like a stained glass kind of blurry effect. But then you see the head, and it's like, no, that just...
Yeah, my idea is that I think they did scale. They probably put scale texture somewhere here to try to increase the scale texture of the dragon, and it meant it adds scale texture to the air
Yeah.
and the clouds as well.
Right. Excuse me. Oh, man.
Oh, the void.
The Void.
I'm
We're
looking
all
at our
gonna
first
die.
VR game
Ah, yes.
pictures. We decided let's move on to a smaller project.
Yeah.
I mean, it was smaller than what we wanted to do originally.
It was. We started on the dragon thing, which was way too much. It was still. I still think it was a good learning experience overall.
I do, yeah.
I'm glad to have done it. Would I have definitely done something different? Yes, absolutely. I would have 100% done some things different. With the benefit of hindsight. A lot of things, actually. Just like when I was my early drawings make me cringe beyond belief. I think the first one that didn't make me cringe is the one where I did the dragon curled up. That's the first time I was like, you know what? I don't want to kill myself for having drawn this. I can live with this existing on the internet forever.
It is progress, and that's important.
Yeah. No, it has to be like that, I think. Right? Yeah, that has to go like that. My god, the AI does not help with... The AI generated art really doesn't help. I'm almost determining it based on like when the visible edge disappears. You know?
Yes. I mean, that's what I was been determining on this entire time.
Yeah, but it's hard for you to notice something like right there. That one was really fucking annoying.
Old MLP memes, yes. Feed me the old MLP memes.
Feed me the old MLP memes. You know, I rode back home in the rain the other day, and I didn't actually mind that much. It was like a light drizzle, and it wasn't a big deal. Like, I don't understand why people have asked me now. It's like, hey, so do you drive in like the rain? Like, I ran in like the fog and the drizzling rain. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's fine. We're not made sugar. I wear a jacket.
I love that saying too. I heard that from Germans.
Draco from Dragonheart. But like it's true though. People like have been asking me like, "Aren't you cold?" I'm like, "No, I'm moving constantly, and I'm wearing a jacket and I wear gloves. I even got these nice gloves from my parents from Christmas, and they have a much better sensor, so I can actually use my phone with them on. I don't take them off to like skip a song or something. And it's like, yeah, I just put my earbuds in, put on a hat, put on my helmet if it's really cold, put on a jacket. I have like a mid-level jacket that's not like full winter top mountain winter, but it's good winter. I used it when we were going to normal places in Colorado, so it's, good for cold. And I just ride. And by the time I get there, I'm not even sweating or cold. I'm just fine. Though, I do need to get some bit thicker pants, or some pants that have like a less permeable material, because I have a lot of like sweatpants. And it's not the legs, but my crotch does get a little freezing cold.
Okay, I was going to mention long underwear.
That could help too, yeah.
Because I've been wearing these
I
tights,
have some thermal
right?
underwear actually from when I went skiing, so I could probably
Yeah.
get those down from the attic.
Yeah. It's good. It surprisingly keeps you warm.
Yeah,
while
it
not,
really
retaining too much
does.
body heat.
Also, it doesn't look like underwear, so like if you needed to wear it or take it
I
off,
have worn them outside.
people don't look twice at them. They really don't, especially people in Louisiana who don't know any better.
Wait, I've already posted the
Draco's one of the
Astaria
better
Dragon
dragons in
MMO to you.
Yes,
I
Draco.
posted that to you in August 13th, 2021.
The Draco is great. Draco is one of the better dragons in fictions. Yes, Dragonheart is one of the best dragon movies. Not that it has that much competition. If you take out anime movies, it basically wins by default. Because there aren't really many other movies that are live action based on a dragon. Aside from, what is it? The Pete's Dragon remake, which actually was pretty good. I would recommend that one. That's one of the few Disney remakes that actually did like kind of a cool thing. It did different. It didn't just like copy paste the plot from the movie. It did like kind of a kid lost in the wilderness with a invisible dragon thing, which is actually interesting. I liked it. And then there's Reign of Fire, but that's like a dragons as an antagonist again. So yeah, if you're looking for dragons as kind of a protagonist, it's Pete's Dragon remake and Dragonheart movies. Like, people say Dragonheart's good, and it is. I don't want to downplay Dragonheart, but I also feel like it gets a lot of love because, like, if you're a dragon fan, it's almost all you have, you know? And I feel like if it's all you have, you're willing to defend it a lot more than you probably should. They're good movies, but they're not perfect. They're very much of their time fantasy movies, you know what I mean? Very good. I would like them. I definitely watched them multiple times. But man, when I kill for some actual dragon movies in the modern day, those movies are old. Want something new, people. Want something, anything. Disney, give us a fucking Sleeping Beauty remake at this point. Like, seriously, I would kill. Just give us. Again, you did Maleficent. We liked that. It was one of the only ones you did well. Do more with her, maybe. I don't know. If they did more with her, I'd probably hate it. You know what? I think this is probably a pretty good place to stop.
As for the boxers thing, like, have you actually ever seen someone embarrassed with their boxers, or is it just like in like cartoons?
Yeah, I've never been embarrassed. Then again, I have like no shame.
I've only ever seen people embarrassed in cartoons.
Then again, we have like no shame, so.
Well, then again, I also don't wear boxers. I just wear briefs.
Oh, I wear
so,
boxers.
like, maybe I would be maybe a bit embarrassed.
Would you be embarrassed seeing your briefs?
Briefs? They do kind of hug a bit. They don't leave that much to the imagination.
Boxers are just basically like very small shorts. Like, you see more calf. That's basically it. Unless you sweat a lot. If you sweat a lot, then yeah, they might have some stain. They might have some like sweat patches, which can be weird, I guess. We're starving.
I haven't
dragons.
had sweat patches in any of my stuff, but okay.
I sweat near my legs. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, that's fine. Fair enough.
We are starving for dragons. We really are. We really are. To be fair, it's also partially because my computer is like a space heater for my room, and I really need to open a window. My mom won't let me because she doesn't like insects. I'm just like, God damn it, please just let me open a goddamn freaking window.
Or just get some there are insect like
screens. I know. I asked her about those. She said no. And
well, put it on the inside of your room.
And it's not the kind of thing I can just do on my own because she set up the alarm to go off if I try and open the window.
I mean, you're an electrician. You can figure it out, I'm sure.
I am not that kind. I am. Look, I don't want to do.
Figure out how to hack your security system just so you can open your window.
The worst part is I have access to the app, so I might actually try that. It's covered by a. It is covered by a blinds anyway, so she's not like she would even see it, because they're the kind of blinds that are also covered by curtains. It's a good thing. I really hope she doesn't watch this video.
Just to make sure she doesn't find out.
Or just doesn't show this particular video to a friend and happen to stumble on this conversation. Hey, it's happening at the end.
There's much worse things she could hear than this.
Yeah. I've said worse, I think. To be fair, I was just talking about how I didn't think I'd miss my brother.
I mean, I think she's already accepted this.
No, she hasn't.
She hasn't accepted this, but
yeah, I thought it was like,
really
Frederick, you know that by my mom by now.
I'm aware. I knew that this was a lie the moment I said it, but
well, this game was a complete waste of time. But hey,
I mean, we needed a waste of time.
It was like $1 or $2, so it's not like it was expensive. But no, next time we'll have to do maybe a bit more of the Unlife of Gortash, because maybe not a full another run. Maybe like as an ending thing I might do a little bit. Although, now that I don't have to go through the tutorial with it, I might be able to do it faster. Now that I know what's going on a bit. But the other thing is, I'm actually going to be... Gods. Okay, we need to talk about this. So, Frederick, we mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. We're going to probably play this next time. What vibe would you say this has?
It needs to you need to put it on stream so the chat can actually see it.
Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on really, really big. Here, actually, here, let me do this.
I love you minimize it to try to
no,
zoom in
no,
more.
watch. I'm gonna do this real quick. We're gonna go ahead and grab. Sorry, I need to add a source real quick. Let's grab an application.
Not as pithy as I think you first imagined.
I know. But we haven't really started, so I'm just gonna add a window capture.
Okay.
Gonna grab Steam. Well, that's the web helper. Oh no.
Everything is black.
Yeah. Window title much match. Okay, so I can't grab Steam, I guess. Weird.
I mean, can you just grab like?
I was
a
grabbing the
random
desktop.
selection of screen.
I grabbed the desktop total. Let me just zoom in on this, I guess. Display capture. Transform. Here it is. Here it is. Transform. So let's go to edit transform. And I'm going to double the size. There we go. So, this is called Heritage, A Dragon's Tale. This is the main art. But if we go out to the library, this is the art that it has.
Yeah.
The Dragon Lady with... And this has a widescreen version. I'm going to try and pull up in a second. Real quick. I'm pulling that up on my web browser. I'm going to bring it down. But
Yes.
it's...
He asked me what I thought the vibes were, and I basically said mid-2000s furry.
It really does if you get the widescreen version too. Like, I'm pulling
That
it down.
being said, if we're okay with mid-2000s furry, Dust in Elysian Tale is actually a really good game.
I might try it, but this is the
And
full...
it's actually a game I 100% completed. Which should say something about it to you.
Yeah, he doesn't complete games that much. This is the full art. I mean, you gotta admit, they did do actual work with, like, the shading in the hair and shadows, but it's not, like, bad, but it just has that vibe, you know?
Yes.
Like, I just know this is gonna get awkward, but there, you know, we were just talking about how dragon games, despite dragons being hella cool, unfortunately, oh god, did I just say hella? Oh.
Hella cool.
Ugh.
You did not know you had it in you, but you did.
Ugh, I want to die of cringe. Ugh. Despite dragon games being very, very in demand. Nope.
It is not
Looks
Japan.
it's
I'm
not
sorry,
Japan.
It isn't.
No, this is
You are
weeaboo.
so wrong,
This is
Nerdo.
weeaboo.
Like the nerd, like that's the thing. Like the Spyro stuff, we can say that that's just a taste, a personal preference,
Yeah.
what have you. But this, you
This
are
is
just
early
wrong.
internet art, dude. This is early
I know
internet.
this art style well enough. I can tell you exactly why you're wrong.
To explain it. Break it down for us, Frederick.
Number one, the disconnected head and neck.
Oh.
The fact that there is a just solid line between the head and the neck. You don't find that in Japanese stuff. You find that only in mid-2000s furry stuff. Because they haven't figured out the head is connected to the neck. And chins aren't that defined and aren't all the way up to the ear.
Yeah. Like, if you look at My Dragon, for example, you can see that, like, if the ear wasn't here, you could see that this doesn't fully connect there, and the head kind of merges into the neck. It doesn't just kind of stop, you know?
So I will tell you, it is not Japanish. Now, maybe like the girl that's kind of in with class pans, kind of.
Yeah,
looks
that's
like an
a
elf
Zelda.
girl.
That's a Zelda. That's a Zelda
Sure.
thing.
You got that.
That definitely is like a Zelda art almost. That literally looks like a pose I think Zelda's
Yeah.
made on one of the box arts. Or in the game, one of the two.
So I will give you that. But that's it.
Then there's
That's
a
the only
random
one.
mustache human. Like, what the fuck?
I assume he's an evildoer.
Probably. And then the edgy kid one, I guess, with a scar. Who looks like he doesn't want to be there.
I mean, I guess you could argue it's as Japanish as like Nintendo. Of someone who obviously grew up playing Nintendo games.
But also saw a lot of furry art.
Yes.
Draco wasn't a female. The dragon that Owen killed before he met Draco was a female. As was mentioned by Draco. So it was you who killed the scarred one. She and I were the last. No, you can't. That's the Dragon's Art series. There's no believable excuse to exist and butchers the critical lore of the series. Yeah. God. Oh, God. It's talking about bad continuations. Okay, I'm going to have to make a... So I'm going to be making a review about the Dragon Prince. partially because I need to set the record straight. And I'm going to say this on stream first. I was incorrect about something. I thought the female dragon that was Soul Regnum's mate that Erebos killed was Lunos Tinbrennis. I'd seen that on one of the wikis before, but it was an incorrect statement that got corrected off the wiki, and I was corrected by multiple people. I've since changed the thumbnail title to just say Soul Regnum's wife for the short. But I'm going to admit for that, because I don't like, that mistake has been eating away at me for like half a year now. And it feels so good to let it out. However, I still think it was a sloppy, cheap way to build more tension to get Soul Regnum to act out of character. And they continued to have characters act out of character by having their peaceful character attempt to just ruin the plot, I guess. It was gods. Trying to make Ezran the literal example of, hey, maybe we should try peace. Want to kill a guy for, killing his father, but, like, he had forgiven a bunch of other people for that who were involved, even directly. And it's like, I actually kind of liked some of the stuff, but my god, you can tell this was a train wreck, and it was building for a while. They did a lot of things, but the main rundown is they were planning a spin-off series called the Orphan Queen. And like half this series started building that up, but then the stuff they were building up for, which was this legendary sword that could kill Erebos, didn't even matter. Like, literally, just didn't even use it, got knocked away, and then they just stopped caring. So all it was a setup for a spin-off. That will hopefully explain more lore, I guess. And then, oh god, there was something that happened at the end. The very end. The ending of the show, I'm going to talk about it in the review. It's bad. The animation budget dropped, and the writing took a nosedive. And I'm so sad. But then I remember, hey, we still have the first 3 seasons. And you know what? Those first 3 seasons were amazing. And I'm just going to pretend the show ended there without a cliffhanger. Because that is better off, apparently. So, once again, someone fucked up a dragon-based show by continuing it past episode 3.
Or season 3?
Season 3, or, installment 3, I guess, would be the way to say it. The first 3 seasons of the Dragon Prince were basically just like constant improvement, and then afterwards, it feels like it was just a consistent nosedive almost. A little bit of a peak, and then, but like a stock curve kind of peak, where it's still going down, but it went up for a little bit. But it never reached that height again, and it failed to in this one. The animation was like really bad too. I'm gonna use a few examples, but like, they did this whole thing where Erebos is like disguising himself so they can go on their journey. He's like, oh, so I can pretend to be another elf. And he's kind of making a joke, and he's like, doing a transformation, like what Erebos would look like as all the different types of elves, They used still images, but kept his lips moving. And had stuff moving in the background so it would be really obvious that he was just like a still image. And they held on it for like a bit for each one. And I was just like, this feels wrong. Like, when the animation stops moving, it feels wrong. And there are plenty of moments where the animation just tips the depth, where they use, like, stop walking. There's this one moment I remember very correctly. I'm going to bring it up in the video and show you guys, but it was like the dead are wandering out from the other world. And there's this random ghost soldier that appears. They focus in on it. It's one of, like, the only 3 things in shot. It's like the darkness is returning, the souls are returning because they can only be out in the night. And this random soldier, these other beasts are coming, stalking through the city, lurching forward to attack. And there's just this one ethereal soldier just calmly walking. Just like calmly walking. It's one of only like 2 or 3 things in the shot. And I'm just like, did you forget to give it the running animation? And give it a sword?
It's so sad.
It's so bad. And I think they used their animation budget where they could, and they just didn't get it. And it's funny, because this thing is setting off, like, 2 new series. Not just one. I'm going to talk about that whole thing in a bit. In the episode itself. But they're setting up tons of stuff. And it's clear that Netflix... First off, this season came out 6 months after the previous one. They clearly didn't get that much time to work on it. And Netflix clearly didn't give them a huge budget because of declining ratings, probably. It didn't hit Netflix's top 10 when it came out, which is another to the neck. And just got rushed. It's gonna be a fun thing to dissect, but I'm just like, this used to be so good. It used to be like peak. This used to be like, man, the people from Avatar: The Last Airbender really can do no wrong, huh? Like the original writers of that thing and the animators from that really can do no wrong. You know, season 1 was a little worky. People were like, oh, look at the goofy animation. But then they came out season 2 and immediately improved, got a handle on the 3D stuff they were using. And people were like, see, they're learning though. They're improving, expanding their craft. This was all experiment. It's turning out great. And then season 4 happens, and the last 2 seasons, because that's the thing. Season 3 was the first like segment of the show, but we've had 7 seasons in total. That means most of the show is bad now. Oh, speaking of animation, there is a anime adaptation that uses paneling very interesting. It has the most interesting benign take of necromancy I've ever seen. Hakumai to Mikochi. Should I put it in Discord? Sure. I think I remember. Is that the one? I don't know if this is the one you're talking about with necromancy. I do know there was a show where they had like zombie idols, like a magician raised idols from the dead as zombie idols for a show or something. I forget what it's called. You were just talking about like benign necromancy, I guess. I was forgiving bigger plot holes than that. Discord. Yeah, post on Discord. I would love to see it. But yeah, I think this is probably where we're going to head off for tonight.
Yeah.
So where'd you meet your wife? At the family reunion? That's actually pretty good. That's not bad. Not bad.
That back when we weren't sure who Big Mac's romantic
Yeah.
partner was going to be.
Yeah.
And you were like, wow, Marble Pie seems to really like Big Mac. Interesting. I mean, they're not at all, like, related, basically.
Yeah.
They're as related as, like, most humans are.
Right. But it's the meme, right?
It's the meme that you met your wife at a family reunion. That is
A
very,
little awkward.
like, very questionable.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this is where we're going to head off. So I will see you all now next time. No, if it's not like that, the
Yeah.
method of raising the dead is benign. Oh, okay, not the reasoning. Got it. All right. See you guys.
Okay.